Oh, hello. Hello, hello. I was not planning on going live today. Hi. Oh my gosh. Okay, thank God. I was like, if no one joins, I'm gonna awkwardly be like, bye. Yes, happy TTPD release week. I cannot believe it's here. Like, if you think I'm prepared for anything, you'd just be wildly wrong. Having dinner? What are you eating? Oh, thank you, Cole. Hi, Moonlight XAG. Oh, is that like Ariana Grande? How have I been doing? Um, I'm okay. I lost my job, sort of. I was working a seasonal job, and so that's over. So I'm kind of in this weird limbo. Feeling really good about how warm it's been. It's been very nice. Um, And then I'm so overwhelmed by all the music coming out. I just feel like my brain's going to explode. Like it's all really good stuff, but I'm just like, my brain is going to explode. The only thing keeping me alive waiting for TTBD is espresso. Espresso is that girl. I'm so sorry. I listened to that song like 27 million times over the course of the last few days. And it truly is keeping me afloat as well. I have not gotten any variants of the vinyl because I'm broke. So I haven't like bought anything. Um as much as I want to, trust me, I want to buy them all. She owns my wallet at this point. Like she might as well just hop into my purse and come along with me. Like, oh, here's my Eras Tour sweatshirt. Oh, here's my Midnight's vinyl. Like the girl is everywhere. This is my folklore blanket. Like, it's a problem. Folklore vinyl. Like obviously I want the vinyls, but I just don't have the money right now to put a deposit down. Am I going to react to more Mariah? Yes, I really, really want to. I just haven't had the time with all the new releases coming out. It's been a lot, but I really, really do want to hear more from her. I love that album. It's so freaking good. Um, Planning my funeral arrangements after the tortured poet. That is absolutely correct. I will be ordering a casket. um, yeah, Dua Lipa. I haven't heard anything but the one song Houdini. I'm really hoping that I'll end up liking the album. I'm not going to listen to any of the other songs until the album comes out. I'm going to try to react to it and we'll see how that goes. Because sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. But Espresso is that girl. Have you listened to Fauzia? No, I don't know who that is. Yeah, so I want to react to Dua Lipa's new album. The albums that I want to react to are Dua, Taylor, um, who else? Who else? There's so many. Oh, okay. So like one of the number one or number two most excited I am for an album is Billie Eilish. The second she announced her album, I was like, title? We have a title. We have a title. We have an album cover that's super intriguing to me. I low key, like, that might be my number one most anticipated album of the year just because it's been so long since Billie's released music. But it's hard because, like, Tortured Poets is probably the one that I'm the most excited for. I don't know. But, like, Aurora, Charlie XCX, okay. Okay. Some things. um, Loving the era of Dua. I have not listened to the two new songs from Charlie XCX, B2B, and Club Classics. The only one I've heard is Von Dutch, which I really like that song, but I didn't like it at first. Some people came for me, but I like it now. It's a good song. It's just like, I don't know. You guys know me. I'm not like the club girl, but I'm totally down to hear her new album. Um, am I going to revisit Ultraviolence? I tried one time, and like the thing with revisits is like sometimes I just feel like I have nothing to say that's really adding to the conversation. Like I love Ultraviolence, but I just was sitting there like I don't know what to say, you know? So that's the problem with revisits. It can kind of feel like Just I don't know what to say. um oh, Eleanor. Yes, I recognize your name. Very pretty name. Pathological people pleaser. That was the wrong melody, but oh well. Um what are you guys' favorite album of the year so far? Fave albums, fave albums. Mine is drum roll, please. My favorite album of 2024 so far. Cowboy Carter by Beyonce. Oh my god, that is the best album I've ever heard in my life. Um I it's I don't even have words. Like it's such a good album. Um anyway, yeah, Cowboy Carter. Yep. What genre do you think Lady Gaga's seventh album will have? I think it could be a rock album because I don't know where I saw that online, but I agree. It could be rock. I saw her post something that looked very rocky. Um, like her Instagram post, it looked like she could be writing a rock song. So that's my guess, but could definitely be wrong. What would my dream Gaga album be like? See, I don't even know. I don't know. I am going to be honest. I haven't listened to her in a while just because I rarely listen to an artist for like I mainly listen to new music now that I have a channel. I guess that's the best way of putting it. So like obviously if Gaga out with an album, I'd be all over it. But I just don't like go back and listen to her albums all that much. But I love her. I don't know. Does that make sense? Portals, that's so real. I was re-listening to Melanie Martinez's entire discography last night and having a spiritual experience. I'm sorry, I was. Um, have I listened to older? Yeah, I did want to touch on that because like I wanted to make a video. Long story short, it didn't really work out. Long story long, I wasn't recording for the entirety of me listening to the first track on the album because my camera wasn't recording. That kind of just set off the trajectory of the video on a negative note because like I wasn't like recording and then it just didn't work out. I didn't really vibe with the album. I didn't have a lot to like say. I'm really sad. The only songs that I really was able to get into was older. Elevator is really, really beautiful. I think there was like one more. Nothing against the album at all. I just think I am more of a production person. So like when I didn't have that production that I could latch onto right away, I just didn't connect to it on the same level that I did like 5 seconds flat, for instance. But so it didn't work out. But Lana's country album, yeah, like what? I mean, okay, we'll see about that. I'm just like, what is it gonna be? Like, is it gonna be honky tonk or is it going to be more likely a folklore era type of thing? I don't picture her doing, a full country album. I don't know. My favorite Cowboy Carter songs, I would love to tell you because it's literally every song on the album is complete perfection in my eyes. I have no skips. I have no songs that I dislike. There are definitely songs I have to be in the mood for, like Texas Hold'em, My Rose. Okay, Daughter. I love Daughter. I'm so sorry I ever like said it was my least favorite because that was sinful and criminal. I love Yaya. I love Two Hands to Heaven, Tyrant, still the best song ever written. Sweet Honey Buckin', Bodyguard, Protector, Jolene, Spaghetti. I don't even like rap, but Spaghetti is the best song I've ever heard. Just for Fun, Most Wanted, Flamenco. I will say Levi's Jeans, like, it does not hit me the same way that it did when I first listened to it. And I'm very sad because like when I first listened, it was an instant favorite. I loved Post Malone. Now when I listen back, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know that I needed Post Malone. But not me switching up. Yeah. Yeah, I have the same feelings on Von Dutch. At first, I was like, okay. Then I found myself screaming one Dutch classic, but I still pop. You get money, you get money because the bank's shut. Yeah, it's like this is why I get frustrated. Not at any of you, but when random people come on my channel and I'm reacting to an album and maybe I don't like it at first, or there are songs that I don't connect with, and then they attack me saying that I have bad taste. And it's like, okay, maybe I just needed a few listens. Jeez. Like, I don't know. Not to be negative, but that kind of frustrates me sometimes. Um, yes, I am not seeing Mitski until September. So there's plenty of time to react to Lush. I just haven't had time. There's been so many other things. Um, Again, I have musical ADHD. So I rarely like listen to the same artist all at once. I just flit around all the time. And I don't know how else to describe it. Am I going to vlog the trilogy tour? We don't talk about Jolene. We just don't. It's too good. It's so good. Like literally Hall of Fame. Like it's so good. Um, am I going to vlog the trilogy tour? I don't know because I vlogged previous concerts and it just sort of like takes you out of the moment, but at the same time it could be really fun because like I am actually going alone to the tour, so like maybe I won't be lonely if I'm like filming myself getting ready. I really would love to do like a fun outfit, but I feel like I also don't want the moment to be stolen by me trying to film. I want to be able to really like enjoy the moment. So I'm on the fence. If I don't, it's not because I'm not excited. Like it's just it can be a lot. Um Wait, what do I have to listen to on a plane? Because if you're talking about Cowboy Carter, oh, older. You're talking about older. Okay. But I listened to Cowboy Carter on a plane. If you have not listened to it on a plane and fallen asleep while listening to it, you are missing out. Okay. I was flying to New York. I put it on. I fell asleep on the plane with Cowboy Carter just in the background. I woke up, it was still playing. That was a beautiful, beautiful experience. Um, Avril's self-titled album. Okay, people comment about Avril like a lot to me, which is like I get it because she's an icon. I've done some of her albums, but not all of them on the channel. But I will just say I tried to react to Avril's self-titled album, and it was a super weird experience because I loved it. But I also was like, I don't think I really need to listen to the full thing. And I also don't think I'm ever going to listen to it again. So it was this really weird thing because I was like, I like it. It's so fun. It's so youthful. It's so summery from what I can remember. But I also am like, let me just not listen to the like why? I don't know why. And so I didn't like do anything with the video because it wasn't even a full album reaction. I stopped listening to it and I was just like, okay, I think I'm good. So, and I don't know, it just didn't really like not everything works out for a reaction, you know what I mean? Which I feel like you don't know unless you're on the other side of it, but like it can sound so enticing to react to everything, but some videos, some albums just don't make great videos or it just doesn't work out for one reason or the other. So I'm sorry because I know a lot of people want me to do all of Avril's albums, but I think I'm done with the albums that I'm going to cover from her. Because I think I listened to everything, or like again, I tried to react to I don't know, I get all her albums mixed up, but a State of the Union address. Someone said this is like a State of the Union address. What am I, the president? Um Is it safe to say Cowboy Carter is her best album? It is for me. Everyone's going to have different opinions, but I think I can pretty confidently say it's my favorite Beyonce album and probably one of my favorite albums ever made. I don't know what she put in it. Like I don't know why, you know, cuz it is very eclectic. I think it's so daring, it's so powerful, it's so different. it really like challenged the way I see music. I don't know. It's very insane. I could talk about it for probably 7 years. My favorite Mariah Carey song. Oh, Mine Again. Yeah, that song is so beautiful. Excited for the new Aurora album. Yes, yes, I am. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like processing. Like, it comes out the same day as Charlie XCX's album. So tell me why I'm going to be in the club and also being spiritually healed at the same time. Like, in the same day. And I'm going to have to switch up between the two. Like, I don't know. What should I listen to first? Charlie or Aurora? I'm probably going to do Aurora first just because like I have more of a history of like listening to her, but I'm excited for both. I'm excited for both for different reasons. Um Oh yeah, you said the new Ava Max song. So the new Ava Max song, yeah, I've been getting a lot of requests to cover it. It also didn't work out for a video. It's not that I disliked the song, but I wasn't obsessed with it. I think because it sounded super familiar to me. And so I was like, okay, I don't know why. I can't place what song this reminds me of, but it sounds very familiar. And sometimes when that happens, I don't like love the song because it doesn't feel like something that's super new to me. And I'm not saying it's not new or that she's not doing something new, but that's just how it felt for me. So I thought it was fun. I really liked the Kardashian lyric. Like it was really fun and playful and definitely had some like infectious moments. Um it just like I watched my reaction back and I felt like I wasn't being authentic. And that's another reason sometimes I scrap reactions is because like I just don't feel like I'm being myself. And I don't want to put content out on the internet where I'm being not that I was being fake, but just like where I wasn't being fully myself. I was kind of tired, you know. I think that can impact my reaction. So um have I listened to Lord's new cover? Not really. I saw it come up and I was like, oh my gosh, like Lord's back. And then I was like, wait, she's not because it was a cover. So, I mean, she sort of was back, but I'm still waiting on the album from Lord. Like, I feel like she's been teasing stuff for 17 years. Um, but it is what it is. But yeah, I haven't really listened to it. I'm not a huge like cover person. So like I don't necessarily run to listen to a cover when an artist puts it out, but um am I go Beeba Doobie, not Beeba Doobie? What? Okay, who doesn't have an album coming out? Genuinely at this point I'm like I didn't know Beeba Doobie had a new album coming out. What's it called? What's the vibe? I was trying to find it, but I couldn't find it. Yeah. How excited am I for Taylor's album? I have this weird disconnect where like I don't think it feels real yet at all. Like we're 2 days away and I still can't process that. What I am super excited about is the fact that she has not released any singles. We do not know anything going into this album. I love listening experiences like that because I just have no idea what to expect. I have no preconceived notions. All I have are like my own personal predictions for the album. But there's just so many singles nowadays. And while that's totally fine, I get releasing a single, getting the hype going, giving fans a taste. That's absolutely valid. But I live for just going in blind and like I have no idea. And I do have expectations. Like I'm expecting it to be really poetic. Shocker. I'm expecting it to be a lot slower, maybe, like very like maybe very Lana Del Rey, just in like vocal layering, slower, drawn out, more like you know what I mean? Like Lana songs drag in the best way. Like they drag, everything's dragged out. That is how I feel like this could be. I'm not picturing bops, but God knows there's probably a bop on there. Like Fresh Out the Slammer. That's not about to be a sad song, a slow song. Florida, we're about to go dance to that one, you know? Like there's got to be Bob's. Charlie's self-titled album. I feel like I tried to listen to that a while ago and I didn't vibe with it in that moment. Did I see Sabrina's Coachella outro? No, but I did watch her Coachella performance. So I must have seen the outro if I only watched the one performance to Espresso. It was so good. I was like, is this the pop girly that we have all been needing and wanting? Yes. Yeah, so nervous about Taylor's new album, whether I'd love it or not. I fear it's going to be a sound I won't like. I totally feel that because my whole thing is like, there's genuinely not a Taylor album that I dislike. Obviously, there's albums that I'm going to connect to more than others, like Folklore. When I'm in the mood for it, it's like the best album ever written. And when I'm not in the mood for it, I'm like, please, it's so like slow and just I need more production. But when is the album gonna come out that I just don't like? That's my fear. It's gotta be at some point or another. Like she can't just keep putting out albums that I like, albums that I don't know. Midnights, you guys know. I will defend it till my death. If there is one person on this earth, what's the saying? If there is no people on the earth that like this album, then I'm dead. If there's one person, then it's me. Like, you know, that vibe. Just love her, adore her. It's my favorite Taylor album, probably. I mean, that's kind of hard because like Red, I think my Holy Trinity, no one asked, but I think my Holy Trinity might be Midnight's, Red, and what's a third one? Lover? No. Reputation? No. 1989 Taylor's version. Okay, chill. Sorry, I missed all the comments because I basically convinced myself every upcoming album is going to be bad to lower expectations, and that's real. I think Tortured Poets is going to be very folklore, but with the synth of Midnights. Ooh. I see that. I do see that. People were saying Dear Reader. Okay. I could see that. I could 100% get down with that. Dear Reader is the most underrated song ever written, to be honest. I absolutely love, I was thinking the other day, because I was re-listening to Would've, Could've, Should've. And I was like, I could see this album being Would've, Could've, Should've in an album. Because super poetic lyrics, but that kind of sound, you know? That's what I could see. So either that or Lana. Those are kind of my two expectations at this point. Like pianos all over. Just a piano here, a piano there, a piano everywhere. It might be a grower for me if that's the case. Like if there's not a lot of production, it might be a grower for me. Because super subtle production, I either need some time or like kind of like Older by Lizzie McAlpine. There's not a lot of production, which is totally fine. Like some people are going to love that. For me, I'm such a production girly. I kind of need that. So yeah, I didn't vibe with that album. It's possibly if I listened to it more, I would. But the outro of Sabrina. I can't. The outro was I'm all about the balls. I'm Cinderella. What? Okay. Of course it was. Her outros are so unhinged. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, the Sabrina Carpenter Coachella outro. So if you don't know, Sabrina likes to do different outros for her concerts and like usually makes it something funny or like a dirty joke or something. So obsessed with Chapel Coachella. I don't know if I sort of watched part of one of her performances there. I loved Chapel Roan's Tiny Desk. if you have not seen that Tiny Desk performance, I don't care if you don't like her. I don't care if you don't like her album. Go watch that because it's so good. Have I listened to Punisher by Phoebe Bridgers? Yeah. Yeah, that's a good example of an album that, like, there's nothing wrong with it if that's your sound. It's just not really my sound. There's a couple songs from that album I absolutely adore. Like Kyoto is one of my favorite songs probably of all time. Shiny what's the other one I like? Thanks for being here, everyone, by the way. I love you guys. Okay, let's see. Graceland 2. Yep. Yes, some people are saying that the Tortured Poets, and yes, I am going to talk about Tortured Poets a lot, so it's just something I'm going to do. People are saying it's going to be like Reputation. I could not disagree more, to be completely honest, because I feel like I just don't, she never makes the same album twice. So I know that it's probably going to be different than anything she's put out for that reason. But I just don't see it being Reputation coded. I mean, I could see it being dark like that album, like kind of that dark, like sensual, secretive vibe. Could definitely see that. Hi, Rin Diamond. So, yes, this is the thing. So many people releasing music this year. It's overwhelming, and there's going to be nothing good left for next year. That's how I feel. Like, who's going to be left to release music? There's going to be no one. I think this is the issue sometimes, is like everyone releases music one year. The next year is just completely dead. You're overwhelmed and you're like so burnt out from all the music that you experienced this year. Like, and this is the hard thing too about not having a channel, but just like, I just feel like there's been so many albums this year I already love, like Eternal Sunshine, Found Heaven, really been loving that album. Cowboy Carter, Ali X's album, probably not as obsessed with it as I was at first, but I do like it. And I don't have time to like barely finish listening and like appreciating one album until I go into the next album. So it's just kind of like my mind is melting because yeah, like I haven't moved on from Cowboy Carter, but I feel like I'm going to be moving on in a couple days when the new album from Taylor comes out. But not that I'm moving on. It's just like that's the new era that I'm going to be stepping into. We're going era to era. Like I'm going from cowboy to sad poet in the matter of a few days. Like I don't know how I'm supposed to do that. And I barely had my 80s Conan moment. Like I'm still in the 80s Conan thing. Like I don't know. Noah Khan, maybe he will. Maybe he will drop something next year. Guts Spilled. Yeah, that was a really good album too. Like Scared of My Guitar. I'm not over that song. That is my favorite one. Obsessed, good song. Like there were So American too. Grew on me. This is the first year you're getting into music and there's so much stuff coming out. Wow. Good luck. No. Good luck, babe. Speaking of, oh my gosh, like banger after banger over here. And I haven't had time to process any of it. Good Luck, Babe is probably going to be my most listened to song this month. If you don't know, that's a song by Chappell Roan, who I'm like obsessed with right now. And that song is, she has so much replay value in her songs. Like, I don't know what she does, but she just makes it so addictive. Like, if you're just getting into music this year and then you still probably want to go back in time and like listen to old albums that came out in the last few years, all I have to say is good luck. Like good freaking luck. Have I listened to Doja's Scarlet Deluxe album? I certainly have not. just because I didn't like most of the songs on the album. I didn't really finish listening to it, so that's why I haven't. But you said I didn't like the actual album too much, but I loved the deluxe songs. They were so good and worth a listen. Okay, noted. It's like it sucks because I feel like I don't have the space in my schedule. I don't schedule my videos. I just do whatever I want all the time. But I don't have the space in my schedule to listen to new artists that not new artists, but to listen to everything, right? I originally had in my calendar that I was going to do Sia's new album, that I was going to do who else? Who else? Oh, Girl in Red, Maggie Rogers. Like I had all these things listed out and I was like I can't. Like I can't do all of that. And so I had to take a step back and be like, okay, I don't think I'm going to do those albums, you know? So but like I wish I had time for everything, you know? I should do a Taylor tier ranking video once the tortured, I don't know how to shorten the name. Once Tortured drops. I have tried on multiple occasions to rank all of Taylor's songs. It just never works out. Like it never really works out. I don't know why it feels so difficult. I think it's because for her music, different songs hit me at different points in my life. Like there have been there have been songs on albums that I have not liked at first. And then maybe a few years down the line, all of a sudden it's like my number one favorite on the album. Maybe I go through something and I relate to it. Maybe I just like sonically it hits me in a different way. And then there are other songs that like originally are my favorites, but then over time I'm like, I don't know what I was thinking putting it that high. So I think that's why her music is especially hard to rank. Especially because I like so many of her songs. Like I love so many of her songs. It's just difficult. It's like Melanie Martinez is another artist who I could never rank because any song that comes on, I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to like it. And it's just so hard to like differentiate like, oh, this one's better than that one because they're all so good in my eyes. There are just some artists, man. I can't do it. I can't rank. Have I listened to Karma by Britt Smith? No. Is that the song that was trending because of JoJo Siwa? Don't even get me started on that. That whole thing is so interesting. It's just so funny, like all this stuff on TikTok. But I also feel kind of bad for her because like everyone is kind of hating on JoJo Siwa and I would hate to be her and like but it's also like she is coming out with a new song and that's going to happen. I don't know, but I still haven't recovered from Tyrant. Girl, me neither. Sorry, I don't know if you're a girl. I just said girl, but me neither. No, it's weird because sometimes when a song is so good, I'll listen to it like the first time. If you saw my reaction, like completely taken out by the song Tyrant. And then I'll sort of gaslight myself after I listen to it more and be like, wait, is it actually that good? Like maybe it's not that good. And I'm just like, I was really vibing with it at first, but now I don't. And then I will realize that it is that good. So, yes, that song is insane. It's not real. I'm sorry. It's a fever dream. What's my favorite song on Britney Jean? I don't know. I haven't listened to that album. What about Circus? Circus? I don't know. Like, I'm going to be honest. I don't listen to Britney that much after like covering her albums. Like, she's one of those artists that like, it was so fun to listen to her discography. I think her discography is good and all those things, but I don't listen to her a ton like after the fact. Like for me, her music, I don't know. I just don't replay it as much as some other artists. And so I'm always scared to say that because I'm scared people will be like, I don't know, like mad at me or something. But it's like, obviously I like her. And if she came out with a new album, I would listen to it. But I know she's not going to. But if she did. Um, but I don't know. I just like don't listen to her a lot anymore. Like it was kind of a I don't know. Like um hi Violet Hill, sending love back to you. A tier list. Yeah, at the end of the year. God, how are we already in April? Okay. Anyone else? Like time is not real. Oh, today's your birthday. Wait, everyone wish I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name, but happy birthday to you. Okay, I'm not going to sing the whole thing because you guys didn't come on to this for that, but happy birthday. And wow, I'm very honored that you're here on on your birthday, not my birthday. On your birthday, you are spending it watching me. I love you. What the heck? That's so kind. Um, it's a B-Day vinyl. Yes. Yes. Yes, B-Day, B-Day. I want a Cowboy Carter vinyl. I put it on my birthday list. My birthday's not till June, but I put it on the list because again, I can't afford it. Oh, oh, sorry. I was just reading. Can't wait for Friday. New Taylor Swift album. Billy's new album coming out in May. That's going to slay the roof down. I swear she's battling Dua Lipa in music, both releasing dance albums. Wait, what? Is Billie Eilish releasing a dance album? Let's hope not because I can't picture that being something I would enjoy. Like, I don't know. I can't picture like everyone comes at Billie for like doing the same sound and stuff. I don't care. She can release a million albums with that same kind of vibe and I will eat it up every time. I want like some gorgeous poetic lyrics from Billie. Not that you can't have poetry and dance because you can, but guys, yes. I don't know why I said it like that. Guys. I did listen to My Oh My by Ava Max, okay? I wasn't obsessed with it. Like I liked it. It was fine. It was just very similar to other music that I've heard and so it was kind of like this weird experience of like what does that remind me of? And I think that took away from feeling like it was something super new to me because it just reminded me of other music. And so I felt kind of on the fence. I'm still excited if she's going to release an album. I'll definitely want to check that out. Hopefully we'll do a reaction and all of that. It just didn't work out for me to react to the single because I watched my reaction back and I was like, why are you're just not being yourself? And I don't want to put out content that's not genuine. Okay, that was a repeat. I already said that earlier, but yeah. So the American Life Madonna album, I'm editing it. It's just it's gonna take a little bit of time, but she's in the works. She's coming. I don't know. I had this goal of uploading it before Friday, before the Tortured Poets, but I feel like at this rate, we'll see if that happens. It's possible, but I should die. Billie is doing a hyper pop. I'm sorry. What? The previews are crazy. Okay, I've been avoiding the spoilers. I know there's a song called Bittersweet and Chimichanga or something. I'm processing this information because I can't picture her doing hyperpop, but I guess she does, she does upbeat songs. Like, obviously, not every song she puts out is slow. And I can kind of see it. You know what? I'm kind of clicking it, but I'm scared. No. Rihanna album series. I can't really do a Rihanna series because I've heard a lot of her music. I don't know, like to be transparent, it's just not really my thing. Like nothing against her. It's just I just don't really vibe that much. I did love Anti. I think that's such a good album. I don't know. It's not really my thing, to be honest. Hi, Katie. Which sound do I think the Tortured Poets will have? I don't know why I keep saying the Tortured Poets. I've been calling it the Dead Pets Society in my head. I don't know why. I think just because like Dead Poets Society and then pets somehow got in there, so that's kind of what I'm calling it in my head. But I've kind of gone over this, but I know not everyone was here, obviously. I think it could either be like Would've, Could've, Should've off of Midnights, or it could be like Lana Del Rey, a lot of piano, a lot of maybe strings, very drawn out, very like long phrases and just super gorgeous. Those are kind of my two theories. Miley album, yeah. I don't know if it's because of the Miley album Dead Pets, but I'm like Dead Pets Society. Like that's what it's called in my head. React to what? Sweet Sounds of Heaven. Yeah, I listened to it. Yeah, it wasn't. I didn't really like it. Jerome, love your videos. Thank you. Are you going to react to Dua Lipa's new singles, Training Season and Illusion? No, I think I'm just going to wait for the album to drop. Because, you know, I already didn't love Houdini. And so I want to go into the album with an open mind. And I feel like if I don't like the other singles, then I'll have a closed mind. But if I do like them, I mean, I just don't know if I'll like them or not. So I think I'm just going to wait till the album, especially because there's already so much coming out. Like, who's Travis? Wait, Travis. I was like, what? I'm wondering if there will be a song about Maddie or Travis in the Tortured Poets that would be illegal. I thought you were talking about Travis Scott. I don't know why. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I forget she's dating Travis Kelce. Let's just say I don't necessarily believe that that's a real relationship. But yes, I'm editing the American Life album reaction right now. Right now in this moment. Aw, Ayla, thank you so much. Shout out. I love your channel. I'm always so happy when you upload a reaction. You're so hilarious and relatable. This is a comforting place. Thank you so much. That's always my goal. My favorite album of the year so far is Eternal Sunshine. Yeah, Eternal Sunshine is amazing. I think the only reason that I would put Cowboy Carter like as my favorite album of the year, I don't want to compare. You know what? I don't want to compare them because I don't think that's, you know, I love both. I love both for different reasons. I think Ariana's album is more of a like, it's more of a kind of cohesive, safe sound. And I don't mean that in a bad way at all. I just mean I think Cowboy Carter is so daring and extreme. And I think that's why I like it more. But Eternal Sunshine is an amazing album. Like, I love that album. It's an album that I feel like I need to even listen to more because I listen to it a lot. But like all this new music, I'm just like, bro, I can't keep up. But it's so good. Why is Eternal Sunshine not having a lasting moment? I don't know. It deserves it. I think the industry is just so saturated right now, to be honest. Like, there's just so much. And it's really hard because it's all like artists that are really talented and really good and deserve to have their moment. And so I think it's just hard to like, there's too many cooks in the kitchen. Have I seen the Joker 2 trailer? No, I did see that it was posted and I was like, "Ooh, I'm excited." And then I never watched it. I don't really watch trailers. Like I kind of know that I want to see it cuz I saw the first one. Lady Gaga's in it. Obviously, I'm going to see it. So I think that's why I'm going to wait till I see the movie cuz trailers are always misleading in my experience. It can be a little bit misleading or but um Karma by JoJo. Live reaction. I can't do live reactions because last time I tried to react live to a Hillary Duff song and it literally copyrighted me. And I was like, this is not real. Peppa Pig? What? Peppa Pig album reaction? A Star is Born is my favorite movie ever. Cowboy Carter is too long and Eternal Sunshine is too short. Eternal Sunshine is too short. I agree. Personally, I don't think that Cowboy Carter is too long, although I understand it's a 27 song album. If you think it's too long, I get that. I just think it's so good and there's so many songs on it that I love. Like I love every song. So I couldn't get rid of any of them cuz they're all so good in my eyes. I'm shocked that I'm saying that because I thought for sure if it was a 27 song album, I would think it was overlong, but I don't feel that way, but try Twitch for live reacting. Twitch could be fun. I have no idea anything about it. All I know is that Caitlin Marie Reacts does Twitch. Sometimes I've like watched a little bit of her streams. That's basically all I know, but yeah, I would have to learn how to use it. What TV shows do I watch? I haven't been watching a lot lately. I've mainly been watching YouTube. I love YouTube. Like it's my favorite way to consume content. But so yeah, I don't know. I love The Office. I know that's like very basic, but I do love The Office. And Practical Jokers is really funny. Portlandia. No one ever knows it, but I love that show. I was trying to watch the On the Set documentary. I need to watch the rest of it because I kind of like stopped watching. Like I have the attention span of a housefly, so I kind of stopped watching it, and then I would like to finish it because I feel like I didn't even get into the meat of what happened. But please do the Weekend album reaction. I'm not really a fan of the Weekend. I'm sorry. I mean, I like some of his songs, but thoughts on Coachella? I'm not gonna lie, I kind of have FOMO just because the performances look super fun. I don't have FOMO about the fact that it's probably really gross and sweaty and dry and like people drunk and throwing up and on drugs. I don't like probably not the environment that I would be the most like pumped to be in. Because I've gone to festivals. I went to Lollapalooza and it was fine. Like it was totally fine, but it was a little bit overwhelming and I kind of had like a panic attack while I was in the crowd. So I think if I was at Coachella, I would probably be having a panic attack. But I'm jealous that I can't see all the performers live because there were some people that I would have really loved to see. I'm forgetting who now, but there were a lot that I was like, dang, I would really like to see them at a festival. And a festival just sounds fun right now. It just does. Am I seeing anyone in concert this year? Yes. Madison Beer. Very soon, actually. Melanie Martinez, Mitski, Chapel Roan. I think that's it. Yeah, kind of a random lineup, to be honest. Do I watch other reactors' content? Not my whole thing is like I really struggle with watching other reactors because I'll just end up comparing myself to them and like I don't want to do that like because it's not healthy. So I would say I struggle sometimes um because it can make me like insecure about my own content. But sometimes I do. Like I was watching Caitlin Marie's reaction to Found Heaven today, and I was loving it. It was super fun. Um, I what else have I watched recently? There's a couple here and there. Like I don't watch anyone religiously, but I like some here. Like I watch some here and there. I guess when I'm in like a good state of mind. Being vulnerable. Do a Patreon. If I had enough subscribers, I would, but it's just like I don't think I would make any money. And I would also want to make sure that I was in a state where I could, be uploading content consistently on there and be upholding my word. I don't want to get caught up in making promises I can't keep. So that's a big reason I also don't have one. I would just want to be super sure. Like that's a lot of work. um, I haven't watched that many Coachella performances. I really only watched Espresso, Chapel Roan. I think. Oh, I saw Lana Del Rey and Singing with Billy. Am I a Cher fan? I haven't really listened to her that much. I'm not ready for Mitski and Chapel. Yeah, I'm definitely not ready for Mitski. Like I don't know what to expect. So we'll just see. But that's not till September, so it feels so far away. Like I'm not even thinking about it right now. But do I have hobbies besides music? Barely, no. This is definitely my main hobby, but I enjoy what do I enjoy? I play tennis, so that's really fun. I'm not that good at it, but I play it. I like photography. Anything creative is always my jam. I like hiking, traveling when I have the chance. Watching movies, watching like really good movies, like you know what I mean? Like Oscar nominated. That can be a whole experience, like cinema. What am I saying? Hanging out with friends. um You're going to your first concert this year. Do I have any tips? Um if you have general admission tickets, good luck because I personally hate the whole stress of like having to get there early and then trying to get a good spot where you can see and then the tallest man on the face of the earth stands in front of you. I prefer having a seat. If you have a seat, that's great. There's no need to get there freakishly early. I would just try to get there in time for the opener. Probably check the bag policy because you probably can't have like a purse or a bag or a backpack. You might have to have a clear pouch. That's super fun. Love that regulation. Definitely stay hydrated. Don't, you know, don't fail to drink water because you'll probably get hot. Wow, this is great advice. No, but like it can be easy to like not prioritize staying hydrated throughout the day and then get to the concert and be like, wear comfortable shoes, wear comfortable clothing, comfort over style. Like definitely look like a baddie if you want to look like a baddie, but comfort, baby. That's basically all I have. A reaction to Coachella. I just don't have time. Like, if no one was coming out with music, sure, but I just don't have time. Fan of Tate McRae. I don't know. I listened to her album, Think Later. I listened to some of it. I didn't listen to the full thing. I was like, this is objectively really good. I just didn't really. It's like this weird disconnect I had where I was like, I'm probably never going to listen to this album again. But in this moment, I really like it. It was just kind of weird. I don't know. It was a strange experience. Um, Oh, Dana or Dana, OMG, you're back doing live. I remember last time the trolls. Yeah, the last time I did a live was low-key traumatic. But we are moving on. Thank you, Dana, Donna, Dana, Donna. What is my favorite sad song? God Must Hate Me by Caitlin, what's her name? Katie Turner, God Must Hate Me. That's a very beautifully sad song. I have a playlist, I thought, that's like songs I sob to, but I can't find it now. Where is it? Did I delete it? Oh, here it is. Right Now by Gracie Abrams. I don't know if that's a sad song, but like I can't remember, but I love that song. Emotions by 5 Seconds of Summer. Jealousy, Jealousy by Olivia Rodrigo is my favorite jealous anthem. Call Your Mom by Noah Khan. Oh my gosh. No, that song I can hardly like actually listen to, but it's so beautiful. Do I think Lana will bring out Taylor during Coachella next weekend? Jeez. I don't know. She's so busy. Like literally, I don't know how she does this all. She's like jet setting around the world, writing an album, releasing an album. I mean, I know she has a team of people, but still. I don't know. I guess it could happen. I wouldn't necessarily like write down that it was going to happen, but BB Rexa, we'll see. Do I have a Spotify? Yeah, I do. It's Beth Therese. It's just my first and middle name, like my channel. Feel free to follow me. I follow some of you guys. I really enjoy seeing what you're listening to. It's very fun, especially when I look over and I just see the taste at hand. Like, oh, they have amazing taste. Oh, they're listening to that artist and they're amazing. Like, feel very connected to you guys. Favorite Britney album? Glory, maybe. I don't know. Again, I haven't listened to her albums in a minute, but maybe Glory or let's see. Thanks for joining, everyone. Probably Glory. I don't know. Like, or Blackout. I do think that's a very like iconic album. And I feel like I once said her self-titled was my favorite. I still think it's a good album, but I don't know. It's hard to say. Femme Fatale is good. Circus is good. It's hard to say. Have I listened to Halsey? Oh, I love Halsey. By the way, where is she? No, I'm just kidding. But I know she has like a child and she's doing other things with her time. But that is one artist I would be so excited to see return is Halsey. And maybe next year, maybe she will be the one to have a moment. Because Halsey is one of the best artists of all time, probably. One of my favorite artists of all time. Just go back and listen to her discography and it's just so good. And it just stays good over time. Like, you know, some artists you go back and you listen to all their music and you're like, okay, you know, but Halsey, I just feel like ages like fine wine. Um, thoughts on J-Lo? Um, I have never been a fan of J-Lo. I've noticed that in every single performance she does, she lip syncs, and I've never really gotten into her music. And then when all of the stuff came out about her, like, it's just, I don't know, it's just wild. But she's not a great person according to, I don't know. Like, I don't know her personally. But I will just say that I've never been a fan and kind of leave it at that. Favorite Ava Max album, Diamonds and Dance Floors, 100%. I feel like that has more replay value than her first album. Both are good. I just feel like Diamonds and Dance Floors has so much replay value, and um, I don't really listen to Heaven and Hell anymore. Like, I had a moment with it for sure, but I don't really go back to it a ton. But Diamonds, I feel like I could pop on at any time and just um have I listened to Hole? No, I'm not. Badlands, yeah. Badlands. My favorite Halsey album. I don't know. I love Hopeless Fountain Kingdom, but I also love Manic. I loved Manic. I think those are my two favorites, but every one is good in its own way. She's an artist that, like, no matter what sound she chooses, it's just gonna be the best thing you've ever heard. Have I listened to Punisher? Yeah. Yeah, it's not really my favorite sound. Like, if that's your thing, that's your thing, that's great. But I love the songs Kyoto and uh Graceland too. Her eras were the best. Um who Halsey? She does have great eras. You know who I was just thinking of the other day who has the best eras? Oh, I think it was Taylor Swift. Never mind. Oh, thank you, Katie, Caddy, following me on Spotify. My playlists, yeah, it's funny because I make playlists and then I don't listen to them. That's kind of my toxic trait. Because I want to be one of those people that, like, makes a playlist, and at the exact time I'm feeling that emotion, I go to the playlist and I play it. But I'm just not that type of person. Like, I don't really do that. So, um, Troye Sivan, I didn't listen to his most recent album. I didn't really like the song Rush, like, sonically. I didn't vibe. So, I didn't really go further to listen to the album. Oh, any updates on Zig by Poppy? No updates. No updates yet. I have not heard any of the snippets from Billy's new album. I'm kind of avoiding spoilers because I want to be surprised. And I don't know, I'm not one to, like, listen to snippets. Like, I just want to hear, I want as little information as possible before the album. I don't want to know lyrics. I don't want to know anything. I just want to be surprised, especially having a channel. Like, it's just more fun to react to when you haven't heard anything because it's just more engaging. Do I take reaction recommendations? Yeah, I do. I can't, it's not like a promise guarantee that I'm going to do it, but I've discovered a lot of artists that I love because of people recommending things and me checking them out. So it's all a matter of what I feel called to listen to, and then what I if it works out for a video. Obviously, sometimes I listen and it just doesn't work for a video. And then it also depends on my schedule and my time and all of those things. But it's never a problem to suggest something. Her solar power. I really. Congratulations on 20,000. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Fave song by Madison Beer. Give me a minute. Anytime I have to, like, look up something and I'm silent, I get self-conscious that you guys are gonna leave. because I'm not saying anything. Um, Life support. Let's see. Blue, maybe. Um, Emotional Bruises is good. Super underrated. Um, it's probably it's probably Blue. But Madison's kind of an album artist, you know? Like I feel like there are artists that I like certain songs by them that are like standouts and I'm like, "Oh, I love that song." And then there are certain artists that I love their albums. And that's Madison, especially with Life Support, but with both, I feel like they're very good albums. They work really well as albums. There are other artists that maybe I don't like the full albums, but like I can pick out songs and be like, "That's a banger." You know, love that one. I don't know if that makes sense, but would I ever do music yourself? I love that you asked me that because if you think I am talented enough, you would be wrong. I mean, I've dabbled in like writing songs. I play the guitar, I like to sing, but I don't really have the songwriting skills as of right now. It just is not something that comes naturally to me. I'm sure if I were to like practice it and put in the time and effort, maybe I could, but it's not something I'm like pursuing. But thank you. That's nice of you to ask. You should listen to this underground indie artist, Taylor Swift. Rings a bell. She has a song like Me. Me. Me is the song that I pretend doesn't exist, to be honest. Do I listen to any male artists? Yeah. Not as many, but I listen to them. Conan Gray, King. I'm sorry, he's such a king. Noah Khan. I used to listen to more. I like 21 Pilots. They've always been like my favorite band, but I'm so sad I haven't like loved the singles from the new album very much. Um but they're my guys. Like I love them. I like I used to like Ed Sheeran. I've sort of had like a change of heart. It's always really sad because I'm very loyal to the artists that I like. If I like an artist, like you're my girl, you're my guy. Like I love you. um and so if I stop listening to you or like discover that maybe I've moved on from your music, it's a very sad experience. It's really, really difficult for me to delete music from my library. And sadly, I have deleted a lot of Ed's music from my library. And it's something that pains me to say because he was so dear to me. And I still think he's very talented, love his voice. He's one of the best live performers I've seen personally. So it's no hard feelings, but I kind of broke up with him a little bit. And it pains me to say. It's painful. Who else did I break up with? I feel like I just broke up with someone recently. That's what I consider it. I don't know. It was someone else, but sometimes I'll just realize I don't listen to an artist anymore and I'll take all their music out of my library and it's so painful. Do I feel overwhelmed with so many albums coming out? Yes, 100%. I feel like my brain is going to explode the second that I like get used to one album like Eternal Sunshine. You know, the next album comes out and then like I'm still not over Eternal Sunshine, Found Heaven, and Cowboy Carter, but I somehow have to like move on to Tortured Poets. And like if I like it, Tortured Poets is going to be my most played album this year. Like that's just a fact. Like if I like it, it will be. And so and then I've somehow got to try to do Dua and other Billy. Like it's a lot. It's so much. And like Yeah, it's kind of like I call this like my busy season because I'm just like constantly filming things and but it's like a really exciting time too because I love doing new release reactions. Like those are my favorite ones to do just because I don't know, they just are. And so it's like I'm glad. I'm glad that there's music to react to because if there's nothing new, then I'm just sitting over here like I mean, I guess I could listen to the older albums, but yes. Camila Cabello. Okay, yeah, I got some hate comments on my reaction to the single because I didn't like it and but I don't like the song very much. I don't know, but if she comes out with a new album, I will definitely listen. I still love her like low key. I think she's got some bangers. So I'm excited. Um Yes, my Gaga journey. Yes, I look fondly back on those times. And I hope that Gaga releases a new album soon because I think that would just be really fun to like experience together. Like it would be really special. Because I know a lot of people found me through my Gaga reactions. So it would just be fun. Thoughts on Cupcake? I have not listened to her. Yeah, I'm not a huge like rap person. Um, you broke up with Conan Gray. Okay. That's fine. I mean like what am I going to say? How dare you? Like obviously you can break up with whoever you want. But yeah, I feel you like Super Ache was like an album that I really loved when it came out. Do I listen to it a lot anymore? No, like I don't really listen to his earlier music as much anymore. But I can't delete it. Like just can't do that. But I understand what you're saying. I feel like he's an artist that gets more mature with every album, and so when that's the case, it can be hard to go back and listen to his earlier stuff because it's not immature, it's not bad. It's just that it feels like he's already evolved past it. I don't know. Now I'm reflecting on Conan Gray. Hi, I almost said Wordle, but I think it's Wordle. Oh, it is Wordle. Wordle. Hi, Max and Pink. I like that username. I think it's fun. Hey, hope you are well. What's your top 3 Beyonce albums? Cowboy Carter is number 1. It's number 1. I don't know if it will be in 10 years, but it's 100% number 1 right now. Number 2 is Lemonade. And number 3 is maybe Renaissance. Is it Renaissance? Like, I don't know. Because it's not. The thing with Beyonce's albums is I feel like she has albums that like when I first discovered them, I played them on a loop, but I've kind of gotten them out of my system and I don't go back to them as much. And it's not to say like they're not good albums, obviously, but like I just don't go back to them as much. And then there's albums that every single time I listen, I feel like they get better. And for me, that's like Cowboy Carter, Lemonade, Renaissance. An album like B-Day, I'll be honest, I own the vinyl, but I haven't listened to it in a while. So, but like when that album I first discovered it, I was like, this might be my number 1 favorite Beyonce album. So riddle me that. You know what I mean? Riddle me that. Maybe if I re-listened, I would rediscover it and I would be obsessed. I don't know. And her self-titled is really good as well. Like I don't know. I'll tell you what it's definitely not. Actually, you know what? I recently ranked her albums, so I will expose my ranking. So my least favorite Beyonce album, and I don't know why, because it has great iconic songs on it, is I Am Sasha Fierce. Wah, wah, wah. My second to least favorite is Dangerously in Love. Love it, low key. love it still, to be honest. No, actually, I'm so sorry. My second to last favorite is 4. I can appreciate it for what it is. I don't have the same relationship with it that I do her other albums. Third to last is Dangerously in Love. Then comes B-Day. Then comes Self-Titled. Then comes Renaissance. Then comes Lemonade. Then comes Cowboy Carter. That feels right to me. Yeah. 4 music videos. Guys, I want to do the rest of Beyonce's music videos. And I'm so sorry because it's not been my intention to like be so infrequent with them. It's really not. It's just like I have ADD when it comes to like what I want to film, and I just flit all over the place and I can never like land. And it's probably like like I don't know what to say. I feel so bad, but I also don't want to force myself to react to something in the moment when like maybe I don't feel like covering that in the moment. Like maybe there's something else I want to cover instead. It's going to be more genuine and more authentic, and I'm going to have more energy to do it if it's something that I've been looking forward to. And like something I feel like, oh, I want to do this right now. Does that make sense? If I'm like forcing myself, like, oh, I need to film this, I might be exhausted and it just won't turn out the same. I won't have the same excitement. You know, I want my excitement to be genuine. I can't believe someone gave me money, Max and Pink. Thank you so much. Would you ever react to your fans' music? I'm not against the idea. I'm not against the idea. I don't know what I'm doing. Did I react to Number One Angel? No, I didn't. It was a while ago. It was like 2 years ago. I did film my reaction. I didn't ever end up like editing it and posting it. Honest to God, it was not a very interesting reaction. I had nothing to say that was very like insightful or like I didn't have much to say about it. I didn't really care for it. I think there was one song on it that I really liked called Emotional. But it just wouldn't have been very interesting to watch, and so I didn't end up posting it. That's what happened with that. Favorite Harry Styles song? Ooh. Falling. Yeah, Falling is so good. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't like listened to him in a while. He's an artist I sort of broke up with, like not broke up with, but just like I don't love him as much as I once did. Sadly. But I really did love his album when it came out, Harry's House. I think that's a great album. I'm looking here now. I'm seeing Matilda, Daylight. I loved Daylight. Music for a Sushi Restaurant is super, super good. I don't know. I don't know that I have like one favorite. Probably Falling is definitely up there. Yeah. I mean, I still like the man. If he released an album, I'm gonna listen to it. I just like, you know, when you have like an obsessive, crazed phase, and then maybe like the phase is over. Oh no, it's okay, Max and Pink. I'm heavily inspired by Taylor Swift and Lana Del Rey mainly. That's why I'm wondering. I'm not trying to promote myself. No, it's okay. I understand. That's really cool that you're inspired by. Oh, wait, what? Wait, that just happened. Like, it just did that. Okay. Wait, why is it like, what is it? Okay. Anyway. My best concerts, great question, Rob Beck. Maggie Rogers is an angel. She was one of the best concerts I've ever attended. Lorde was one of the best I attended because I had no expectations for that concert. And it just blew my mind. Like, she sounded amazing. Her dancers were incredible. It was just like beyond what I could have imagined. The Taylor Swift Speak Now tour will always be the most magical concert experience I ever had because I was 15. I was a little baby. It was my first concert and we had nosebleed seats and I had a panic attack because I'm afraid of heights and it was very like disorienting to be that high. But once she came out and like the set and she started singing, all my fears and cares melted away and it was so magical. And so I will forever be grateful for that night. Like I can still see it in my mind. It's just like such a core memory for me. So that was definitely probably the best concert experience just because I don't know. Like your first concert, you never forget your first concert. So whoever said they're going to their first concert, make the friendship phrase. Let's take the moment and taste it. This is why I'm not making my own music. Okay. Oh, a thumbs up. Someone said, "Oh, hey, that's what I'm talking about." Wow, great content. Like, what else does it do? Like, that was fun. But what other like symbols can I do? Like, doesn't this do something? I was on FaceTime the other day with my friend and it like did something for this. I don't know. Did it? Every concert you have attended, you'll forget about it after attending the Trilogy tour. My whole thing is I don't want to have my expectations too high. Like they're high, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to have them so high that like she can't possibly meet them because they're just too high. But I was watching an acoustic version Melanie Martinez did of her song Carousel or something, Sippy Cup. I don't know. I was watching a couple of her old performances from like 8 or 9 years ago. And I was like, why can't we bring this back? Like, I need her to do acoustic performances as well. I miss that. I miss that. I miss that. Thumbs down for it to do something. Oh, sad. Like I'm thinking of a thumbs down. That's so random. Do I like Christina Aguilera? Okay, I love her song Walk Away. I haven't like dabbled a lot in listening to her. No one ever believes me when I say I haven't listened to these artists, but like I just haven't. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I've listened to like part of her album Stripped. I love the song Walk Away. I would definitely be interested in checking that album out in full at some point. It's just a matter of like not having time and I want to feel like I'm in the mood for it and I'm going to like appreciate it too. So yeah, I don't know yet if she's for me or not. Peace sign does something. Yay! Did I see Lana Del Rey and Billie Eilish perform together? Yes, I did. It's funny because so they performed. I saw them performing Ocean Eyes. Yeah, it was just interesting because like it's just so interesting to see artists like sing a song that's not their own. I just find it fascinating because it's clearly just not what they're the most used to singing. But I did not see them perform Lana's song together. I couldn't find the clip, or maybe it was like really bad quality. But what did they perform that was her song? You know what? I think I did watch it. I think I watched both actually. I can't even keep up with what I've watched because it's so much. What artist do I want to release new music? You said you want Marina. Marina, yeah, I thought she was gonna come out with an album, but then it was a book. So I was like, oh, okay. I don't know if there's an album in the works. I guess Halsey. Um, have I listened to Sia? Yeah. I liked her album. Good at acting or something like that. I like that album. Um, I also love her Christmas album. It's so good. I haven't listened to too much else from her. I would be interested in checking out her new album that's coming out. Like, if time allows, I would like to, but I just don't know if I'm going to feel completely overwhelmed. And like, I was really looking forward to Girl in Red's album, and then I just haven't listened to it because it's just too much with everything else that's come out. I listened to her feature with Sabrina Carpenter. Um, I didn't like it at first, but by the end of the song, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of vibing. So I don't know. And I was excited for like Maggie Rogers. If it had been a different time and she was the only artist coming out with music, I definitely would have checked it out. It's just unfortunate it kind of overlapped with albums that I was more excited about. It just sucks when that happens, especially because like she's a smaller artist. And um yeah, it was really cool that Billy and Lana performed together. I love just seeing like people in the music industry come together and just like hype each other up, build each other up. That's what I like to see instead of all this like competition and like, fandoms can be so toxic and like pitting artists against each other, and it's just can be very like overwhelming and exhausting. And like there are so many like toxic fandoms. Like the Taylor Swift fandom is hella toxic at times. And it can really be like discouraging because I am like technically a part of the fandom, but I don't subscribe to what some people say, obviously. So it's just, I don't know. Sometimes the fandoms get me down. But some of them are really cool. I don't know. Oh, video games. Yeah, yeah. They did video games. Yes. It's just so interesting. Like, is it not seeing Billy like sing a Lana song? And it's like, you just can understand why they sing their own music and why they chose the style of music they chose, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes no sense, but yeah, Reasonable Woman by SZA. Renee Rapp and Kesha sang TikTok. I will definitely check that out because what? Like I did see that Kesha was performing and that her name was very small. And I was like, is this not like a very well-known artist? And I felt like her name should have been bigger in the because it was so small. I was like, what is she, an up and coming artist? Like she's very well known, but at this point in her career, I feel like a lot of people have kind of moved on from her because I don't know, they just have, and she's making a different style of music now. And I don't think there's been as much hype around her new album Gag Order, but it's a really beautiful album. So what's that about? Talk about the Also, you know who I want to release music? Rosé from Blackpink. Hello. Um Release the album, Queen. Like what are you doing? No, take your time, but anytime now. Um what collab would I love to see? Um I'm so bad at like thinking of collab. Oh, you know who? Melanie Martinez and Halsey. I think that would go so hard. I actually think I would faint. I think I would faint. Um, I'm very intrigued by the collabs on Tortured Poets because I was very nervous about there being a Post Malone feature because I'm like, what's that going to be? after hearing Levi's Jeans and also his collab with Noah Khan, I can see it making more sense. But I'm still like, what's this gonna be? And then I am just so curious about the Florence and the Machine one too, because it's just not necessarily an artist that I would have put next to Taylor as like they're going to collab, you know? Um, it's just kind of a random mashup to me to see all three of those artists together. I don't, but at the same time, I know that Florence has super poetic lyrics, so it makes sense. But I'm just like, wow, random name generator. And it was just like those three names. Like that's kind of how I feel. Um, but I don't know. Single hand peace sign, new Britney music. Yeah, it would be fun if there was new Britney music, but she's done. Um yeah, I will. Oh, when will I upload my reaction to American Life? I don't know. Um I wanted to do it before Tortured Poets because I was like, just get that out and then focus on Tortured Poets. But based on how my editing process is going, it might take longer. I'm not sure. Not sure. I've done a lot of editing on it, so it's possible. I don't know. Um, hey girl. Yes, exactly. Am I excited for LG7? Yes, I'm so excited. I want her to release at any time now. Ayla, I'm glad you're enjoying. Thank you for watching. What Florence songs or albums are good? I really liked her album. My gosh, Dance Fever. Please listen to that. That's my favorite Florence album. That's, I'm gonna be honest. Like Florence and the Machine is an album that isn't an artist that I listen to a whole ton. I think she's very talented and like her live performances are not real. Like they are so good. She's incredibly talented as a writer and as an artist. Like she's very iconic. She's just not someone I listen to a whole ton, but I love Dance Fever. Such a perfect album, low key. I also really liked How Big, How Blue, How Beautiful is great as well. Those are my faves. I wasn't personally a huge fan of High as Hope, but I know other people like it. Same with Ceremonials. I did like Lungs. Lungs is really good too. So do with that what you will. Um, my femme fatale reaction is your absolute favorite. Yeah, that was a really, really fun video to make. Like those albums are so fun to react to because the shock factor and like, it's just you can't put a price on that. Listening to Lizzie McAlpine, yeah, I've listened to most of her music. I guess the only album I've listened to in full is 5 Seconds Flat. I do really like that album. As far as like her first album, I didn't really vibe with it. Like it's nothing against it. It just wasn't really my sound. And then her most recent album, I kind of felt the same way. Like this just isn't really my thing. It was just very, very stripped back in terms of production, which like is totally fine. It's just not really something that I usually connect to. I love watching your reactions. Gay boy from Berlin, but very connected to you on the other side of the world. I love it when people comment from different places, like different countries. I'm wanting the things to, okay, there it goes. That's super special to me. I can't believe people like it's so crazy how technology can like you can connect with people all over the world. Like what's up with that? Do I think Katy Perry can come back to relevance? I mean, I think anyone can come back. I don't know. I don't think she's irrelevant. I mean, I don't think anyone's irrelevant, you know what I mean? Like it's but I understand what you're saying. Like she doesn't have the same hype around her that she once did. I think because people didn't love her most recent albums. Um, but you never know. I don't know. Like I don't know how it works. You know what I mean? But I didn't hate Witness. I kind of liked Witness, but everyone hated it. And then I Smile. I liked it at the time, but I can understand how that album didn't really like make it very far. I personally I can get it, but another artist like I don't listen to her a whole ton, but I think she's really fun. That rhymed. Um and she's really talented. Like again, it's like she is really talented. I love her performance where she sings in Simlish. That was so iconic. And for what? Why am Britney's unreleased songs, like it's not that I'm so like I reacted to Mona Lisa, and then I think I tried to film another reaction where I was listening to her songs, and I think I listened to like Baby Boy or something, and I just didn't really connect with it. And like, I don't know. I'm not a huge like unreleased person. Like I'm not saying that there can't be amazing unreleased songs because we saw with Gaga that there can be. Um, but I don't know. I just don't feel the same like pull to go listen to those as much as I do like albums. So I'm not saying never. I'm just like, I don't know. Oh, Katy Perry's leaving American Idol. Okay. I'm thinking of the clip where she goes, what does she say? She's like, America has a problem. And the guy is like, facts. And if you know, you know. Oh, another hi from Berlin. Hello, Berlin. Hello from Asia. It's 4 a.m. here. That's so real because I'm always up late. So yeah, Witness was fun, right? Like Swish Swish. I'm sorry. I had so much fun with that song. Our country has failed us. Facts. Yeah. That has been all over my TikTok recently. Bulgaria. Hello, Bulgaria. Wow. I would love to like go to these places. Like I've been to Europe, but I've never been to like, you know, Canada. Hello, Canada. Hi from Brazil. Hello, hello. I really want to go to Brazil because my cousin, his wife lives there, and they had like a wedding there, and it just looked so beautiful. And I don't know. I would just love to go there. um, where have I been in Europe? I've been to Spain, to Madrid, Barcelona. I've been to France, Montenegro, London, Paris. Yeah. I want to travel more. I just feel like I haven't had as much opportunity since leaving college, and I studied abroad. I did Ireland. Love Ireland. Yeah, I feel like I don't have the time, energy, money, mainly money, anymore. But what editing software do I use? I use Final Cut Pro. It is the only one that I like. I don't like Adobe Premiere. I find it really hard to work with, but I know some people are like the exact opposite and they hate Final Cut, but Final Cut is what I swear by. What's my favorite song on Ocean Boulevard? Ooh, I think it's Fishtail, isn't it? I think it's Fishtail or Taco Truck. I don't know. That's a really good album. um, what songs am I the most excited for on Tortured Poets? It's hard because so many of them are very intriguing. Fortnite, Down Bad. I am kind of claiming that one because I just feel that like being really down for someone. My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys. I love that title. I recently realized that So Long London is the 5th track on the album, and that made me spiral because the 5th track, She's Gonna Destroy Us, and So Long London, like literally the antithesis of London Boy, She's Gonna Destroy Us. Fresh Out the Slammer, like where do I begin? They're all so, so intriguing. LOML, Love of My Life. Some people saying maybe it means loss of my life or lesson of my life. The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. Who is that, Taylor? The Alchemy sounds like very witchy and dark. Like bubble, toil and trouble kind of energy. Kind of reminds me of her performance of Willow on the Eras tour. So Laffy, Sweden, Margaret. Oh my gosh, Zoe. Hi, Zoe. Aunt Beth loves you. Okay, sorry. I had to say hi to my niece. She definitely heard me because she's old enough. No. Okay. Margaret. Okay, yes, Margaret is one of my favorites as well. Grandfather. Please stand on the shoulders of my father while he's deep sea fishing. Yes, Elijah, I'm working on a Madonna album reaction. I'm in the process of editing it. I think it's going to be a fun time, hopefully. And then Fingertips. Yeah, I'm all over the place. I'm like, yep, that Lana song. Yep, that Madonna album. The lyrics. I haven't really listened to Laffy. I tried to listen to her album. Bewitched. I did try. I didn't really vibe. Nothing against her. I liked the lyrics a lot. I thought they were really pretty. It just wasn't really my sound. I couldn't really get into it. But the storytelling was beautiful. Yeah, I really wanted to like it. Like I always want to like things, but it's just hard when I don't. But am I ever going to listen to Destiny's Child? I want to. I just have like it's just a matter of like there's so much I could do. Like there's so many things I could react to at any given moment. So I want like I'm down. Excuse me. I don't know why my voice sounds like this, but yeah, I'm definitely down. I'm so hyped for Billie Eilish. It's one of my most anticipated albums of this year. I think just like the fact that the album cover and the album title are so enticing is making me excited. However, I did just learn that it's a hyperpop album, which I will see. I don't know if I'll vibe. It kind of makes me nervous, but I'm excited. Yeah, Chemistry by Kelly Clarkson is a really great album that I feel like a lot of people slept on. I was just watching the other day. She performed I Hate Love, and I was watching that. It was really fun. And I was like, oh, Kelly, like you low-key deserve much more attention for this album. I have wanted to listen to Deeper Well by Casey Musgraves. It's literally just a matter of I haven't had time. If again, take all these artists out of the equation and I probably would have listened to it, but because there's been so much new music that I've been really excited for, it just hasn't worked out yet. But the good thing is the album is going to stay in Spotify. Like sometimes I forget like the album's going to be there, it's Dula Peep. Yep. Dula Peep. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see her album. Cause like she's one of those artists that I definitely see her talent and I see objectively her music is great. It's just not necessarily like the sound that I usually go for, but open mind, open heart, open ears. Apparently, Camden, apparently her album is hyperpop. That's what people are saying. Apparently, there's been some snippets. I haven't heard them, but apparently they're very hyperpop, which scares me. Yeah, Charlie XCX. I'm super intrigued again. I say intrigued because like that means I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm just like a little bit nervous, but I'm excited. Because I like Von Dutch a lot, but I'm also like, again, I'm not the hyperpop girly. Like I'm not living, eating, sleeping, and breathing hyperpop. So Little Mix singles, again, I might check them out if I had more time. Like I really want to check out Chloe's new singles because Hallie came out with that new single and now Chloe came out with a new single and I really want to check that out, but I just haven't had time. My favorite Ali X song, I've really been feeling Staying Power a little bit. Also You Slept on Me came on the other day and I was really vibing with that one. John and Jonathan, Galena, Hardware Software came on the other day. I was like, okay. Yeah, it is a really good album. I feel like I wish I had more time like to enjoy it, you know? But I feel like I so quickly like moved on. But I still go back to it because it'll still come up on my shuffle, you know? So it's not like I'm not listening to it. It's just there's just so much. There's just so much. Down Bad, yeah. Down Bad is gonna. It's gonna. I was actually shopping today trying to find a shirt to wear for the Tortured album because I like to sometimes match the vibe of the album. So I was looking for something inspired by that kind of color palette. So I found a couple things. We'll see what ends up working out. But yeah, I love hyperpop so much, but I don't listen to Billie for her upbeat music. That's kind of what I feel like. I mean, I do love her upbeat songs though. I really loved like My Boy is so fun. And what other song? Bad Guy. I love her upbeat songs as well, but I know what you're saying. I guess we'll see. But the more that I think about her upbeat music, the more I'm like, I could totally see her doing a hyperpop album. Oh, Scroll of Dragons. Not all of the album. She said it's going to be different genres and will be hard and soft things. That's genius. So I'm thinking ballads mixed in with the hyper pop house music. I love that because that's so her. She always does like the hard hitting bops plus the slow, sad songs. So that makes so much sense. Thank you. That is very helpful to know. And that makes the album title make sense because I thought that was just going to be some like poetic lyric meaning, but that's kind of genius. Yeah, people saying B2B and Club Classics are really good. I need to listen to them. I feel like I should definitely hear them before the album because like I don't know if I can wait till June. So maybe after, everything dies down a little bit with the Tortured Poets and I don't know, maybe I'll have time at some point, but there's also a part of me that's like, but I want to wait for the album. I don't know, but it's not till June, so I don't know. How do I feel about all of these new albums being so short? I'm not going to lie. I feel a bit excited just because, first of all, I think sometimes albums are overly long and then they kind of just have filler tracks in the middle. I think sometimes the shorter an album is, you're getting more quality. Not always, obviously, but like that's just how I feel about, like, I'd rather have 10 really good songs than 15 songs that some are good and some are just like, eh. Um, so like I looked and I saw that Billy's album was short, and like I'm not gonna lie, like as a reactor too, sometimes it's just like nice to have a shorter album because it can be so exhausting to react to long albums. Um, Not always, like Cowboy Carter. Luckily, it didn't feel like it dragged. It didn't feel like it was a negative experience because it was so long. But I just, it's kind of refreshing sometimes to be like, okay, a short, cute little number. However, if the album's really good, I will be eating my words because I will want more of it. Just like Eternal Sunshine is so short. Like it feels so short. But at the same time, you don't want them to add a bunch of filler songs. So it's, how long is Dua Lipa, her album? It's so short. It's 14 songs. And she came for me with the album cover. If my brother's still watching, he knows. I am terribly afraid of sharks. And obviously it's not scary because it's not like the shark is eating me, but she came for me. She came for me with that album cover. But I love the title, Radical Optimism. I think that's really fun. Wait, what? Yeah, Dua's is song, 11 songs. 11 songs. Dua Lipa and Billie Eilish. Also, I was just realizing the other day that Tortured Poets is a lot longer than I thought it was. I don't know why I thought it was like 13 songs, but it's actually 16. So I don't know. I was processing that information. And then with the bonus tracks and the variants, I don't know when I'm going to react to those. When are they going to come out on streaming? Oh, Brat is 15 songs, 41 minutes. I have never ever thought about like minutes and hours of albums and lengths of albums until I made a channel, and now I always pay attention to how long they are because I'm like, okay, how long am I going to be filming? How much of my, camera battery do I need to be charged? Like, does anyone care? Probably not, but that's something I think about all the time now. Like I'm probably going to run out of camera battery when I listen to, well, if I got through Cowboy Carter, I should get through anything, but it depends how long it takes me to get through Taylor's album because sometimes when I get really into it, it takes me a while. Like I think I was filming my Ocean Boulevard reaction for like 4 hours, and it's like it's not that serious. Like it shouldn't have taken me that long. Anyway, sorry, that was a little tangent, but so 15 songs is kind of a lot. I mean, I consider it a lot, but 41 minutes, I'm like, oh, that's not bad. If I can do Cowboy Carter, I can do anything. That's my whole thing. Cowboy Carter was so long that it's now shortened. Like everything else just feels shorter than that, So I don't know. People were like, the Tortured Poets length of songs are so long. And it's like, not really. Like, there's a couple of 5 and 4 minute songs, but plenty of them are just like 3:30, which is normal. And it's still it's nothing compared to Cowboy Carter. So anyway. Yeah. Albums this year are very long, over an hour like Taylor and Beyonce, or around half an hour like Ariana and Billie. I want some middle ground. That's fair. That is very fair because there's some beauty to a short album that you can just pop on. You can listen to the full thing very quickly. Like if I'm going on a car ride, and it's like a 20-minute car ride, I can listen to most of the album in that sitting, which I do like. But it can feel like, okay, this is so short. And then the longer ones, it takes forever to listen to the full thing. Like I could get into the car and every time listen to a different song from Cowboy Carter and still not get through all the songs. I don't know. So yeah, I feel what you're saying. Like maybe Brat will be the good middle ground. I don't know. I want albums that don't have filler. Like that's my whole thing. Like don't give me filler. Thoughts on vinyl buying strategy since there's 17 million versions? Yes. I mean, I don't have any thoughts. But yes, there's so many versions and like I don't know. That's one thing that like kind of irks me about Taylor's marketing is like why does she keep doing things to get more money when she literally has so much money? Like it's a little bit like I don't know if she's just trying to build the hype or you know, I don't know. I know a lot of people have been upset about that, like calling her a cash cow. I don't think that's the case, but I just think all the variants can get a little overwhelming. All the remixes, all the, it's a lot. Personally, I don't need barely any remixes, let alone 17 million versions of Willow. But that's just me. Some people might like it. I mean, Cardigan Candle in the candlelight version's iconic. So I can't be mad. The sad version of All Too Well 10-minute version, iconic. So I can't be mad. I really can't. But I'm not buying any vinyls right now because I don't have the money. Putting it on my birthday list, I guess. You're seeing Dua Lipa in June, the same week as Olivia. I'm so jealous. I do have a little bit of a story time because I really wanted to see Olivia Rodrigo, obviously, on the Guts tour. And I just couldn't afford tickets because I couldn't get a regular ticket and then everything was resale. It was super expensive. So the day she came to my city, I was like on my phone checking the ticket prices to see if they would go down. They weren't going down, but I had nothing better to do. So I was like, why don't I just drive down to the venue and wait around and see if any of the ticket prices go down while I'm there. And then if they go down, I can buy a ticket and just run in. So I drove down to the venue. Long story short, the ticket prices did not go much further down. There was one that went down a little bit, but it wasn't enough to where I could afford it. So, I mean, they weren't like outlandish. It wasn't like it was asking for $10,000, but it was still too much for my budget. So I took the L, meaning I didn't get any tickets, but I did very faintly in the distance hear Chapel Roan performing 2 songs. It was so faint, like I could barely hear anything, but I was like, ooh. And then I went home and I bought Chapel Roan concert tickets. So that's what happened that night. I tried Olivia, like I really did. But StubHub was not helping me out. There's a candlelight version of Cardigan. Yeah, I believe it's Cardigan. It's very similar to the original, but yeah, Cardigan Cabin in the Candlelight version. I mean, it's very similar to the original, but it has a nice feel to it. It feels a little bit cozier. Yeah, the Ariana Grande album. What are my favorite songs on it? On the new one? Okay, I think Eternal Sunshine is my favorite. It's definitely up there. That song is just unreal. I love the intro song. Bye, I'm going to say is one of my least favorites. Sorry to the Bye stands. I still like it. I'll listen to anything off that album, but that one just hasn't been a favorite of mine. The Boy Is Mine has become one of my favorites. Same with True Story. I do like the singles a lot. Don't Want to Break Up Again. We Can't Be Friends. I Wish I Hated You. So pretty. Imperfect for You. Ordinary Things, low key. I was sleeping on her at first. I was like, okay, she's cute, but like she's not my favorite. And now every time it comes on, I'm like, this is such a bop. Like it's such a lighthearted bop. And it has a lot of replay value for me. That is my favorite Ariana Grande album. Is it? I don't know. I go back and forth between Eternal Sunshine and Thank You Next. Because Thank You Next will always just be that girl for me. But Eternal Sunshine, it's such a cohesive body of work. It's a very like kind of mature sounding vibe. I don't know. Um, I want SZA to drop SOS Deluxe. Yeah, I would be down for that. A Sweetener re-listen. We'll see. I just don't have time right now. I'm not against the idea by any means. I just don't have time. But it's on my list. How much time did I spend on Cowboy Carter? I don't know if you mean listening to it or editing it, but listening, I listened for 2 hours and 45 minutes. That's how long I was filming. And then I was out of the state that weekend. That's why it took me so long to get my reaction up. I was stressing a little bit. It took me like a full week, and that's like a little bit later than I usually do. But I was traveling and stuff, so I couldn't edit every second. So I don't know, maybe a few days. Like I don't know exactly, but yeah. My favorite Lana Del Rey album is, I don't know why I paused. It's Norman Rockwell. It's Norman fucking Rockwell. It is. It will always be. Yeah. It's just like it's one of those albums that gets better like one it gets better with age. It ages like a fine wine, and it's one of the best albums ever. What about Supernatural? Yeah, I love Supernatural. It's a bop. It's a bop. Dangerous Woman. I love Dangerous Woman. Don't get me wrong. It's just like, I think part of it, I don't love every single collab on Dangerous Woman. So that's one reason I wouldn't like put it up as high as the others. Like Thank You Next. I don't know. I don't know. It's just so iconic. Not the Dangerous Woman, is it? I love Dangerous Woman. A favorite album and song of this year? Yes, Cowboy Carter. Song? That's hard because, like, how am I gonna compare so many songs? I gotta say, it might be Good Luck. It might be Good Luck, Babe by Chapel Roan, because that is like a song that I listened to it like 50 times in one night, like the moment I discovered it. So maybe that one, but it's just hard because how am I gonna like compare that to like my love for Beyonce's cover of Jolene? Like I can't believe she did that. Yeah, I've heard My Oh My by Ava Max. I don't know. I know a lot of people like it. I just didn't love it. Did I ever listen to any other Biba Doobie EPs or albums? No, I have not. Not again, not against it at all. I really love the one album. I just like I have ADD. I just flit around and I haven't had the time really. The albums on my wall. Yeah, I'm not gonna like. Well, I'll just do this. I'll just do this. Wow, amazing camera work. You get the idea. So, like I don't listen to my vinyls a lot, but they're there as they're kind of like an art piece more than like I listen to them all the time. I have a vinyl player. I don't know. I'm so bad about listening to it. How much time does an album reaction need to edit? It totally depends. Like sometimes I film a reaction and I immediately know what I want to cut out. I immediately know like this needs to stay in, this doesn't. I immediately know that whether or not I want to do like a ton of editing for it, because it just depends on like what the vibe is. If it's gonna be like I'm doing edits every 2 seconds, or it's like more laid back. So it depends. It can take a couple days up to like a week. Like it just depends. Um, I've gotten a lot faster, I would say. Have I seen Chapel's Coachella set? Not really. I watched her perform Good Luck Babe, I think, but I haven't really seen the full thing. Um Greedy is so good. Oh, Needy? Yeah. Fave Mitski album is The Land is Inhospitable, and so are we. As well as Bury Me at Makeout Creek, which is my second favorite. But I love I do love her album Retired from Sad, New Career in Business. It was a grower for sure. I really didn't think I liked it at first, but after listening a couple more times, I really grew to love it. Like the sound of it. I haven't listened to it a whole ton, but when I do listen to it, I really appreciate it a lot more, like sonically. I haven't listened to anything from Noah Khan except for Sixth Season, like the whole entirety of Sixth Season. Love that body of work. Again, it's like I want to listen to more from him. It's just like how to decide what to do and what to film when there's so many artists and music. Love the vinyl wall. Thank you. Took me a while to put up. um, the lineup for Primavera Sound in Barcelona. I want to go to Barcelona and go to a music festival. I once went to a concert in Madrid, Spain, and it was like so fun. It was actually Ed Sheeran, and that was one of the best venues I've ever been to. I forget what it was called, but the sounds, the sonics, the why can I not think of the word? The acoustics were absolutely amazing. It was a gorgeous night, sunny, beautiful. It was just such a vibe. He sounded amazing. Take me back. What's my favorite season and color scheme? Fall and spring, and I would say cooler colors like blues and greens over like reds and oranges, even though I'm literally sort of wearing orange. Um, Is being a YouTuber your full-time job? No, I don't make very much money because of all the copyright claims. It's extremely hard to monetize a reaction video, at least for me. Like, I don't know how other people do it, but it's definitely not my full-time job. I'm sort of working on finding something else. This is just a passion project. Like, it's just a hobby, to be honest. Artists I love that came from my followers. That's a great question. Marina, Lady Gaga. I mean, I was aware of Lady Gaga, obviously, but I didn't really get into her music until my channel. Mitski. Who else? Lizzie McAlpine. Literally so many people. Ray. Madison Beer. Yeah. There's so many. Ali X. Caroline Polachek, I think. Blackpink. That was a fun time. That's another artist I have not listened to Blackpink in so long, but I still love my girls. Like if they came out with an album, I'd listen to it. That's the main ones, I think. Aurora. Aurora, I definitely never would have listened to because I think I had like heard some of her music before, but like I was always like, oh, okay, like it's not really my thing. But once I like listened intently, I fell in love with it. It was kind of just like a grower experience. Yeah. You live in Florida and just get summer all year long. Jealous. I don't want summer all year long, but I want it to just like go back and forth between fall and spring or something. Like I just don't want winter. What is my favorite Taylor re-recording so far? It's gotta be 1989, which is kind of funny because like I never considered 1989 one of my top favorite albums from her until she dropped the re-recording, and now it's one of my favorites. I don't know. I just love that album so much. Slut is one of my favorite songs of all time. I love that song. Um, Hey Terrell, I am doing pretty well. I'm excited to be on live today. This was very random and spur of the moment. I was not planning on doing this, and then I was just like, I felt like it. um, Rihanna album this year. I don't know. I know she's been busy being a mother. If she has a new album, I'll definitely listen to it. But I don't know. Maybe next year. It's hard because like at some point it's like, do you drop an album when everyone else is dropping it? Not that she has competition, because like obviously people are going to listen to her album no matter when she drops it. But you feel like there's so much already going on. Do you wait until there's a gap and no one's releasing? Or do you do it during the busy time when like everyone's hype about new music? Like I don't know. I don't know the first thing about album drops. But I miss my Gaga reactions too, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know. She's one of those artists that like I had so many other videos I wanted to do, like more live performances, and like not to say I won't do that because maybe one day I'll feel inspired, but like I just feel like the flame of being feeling super inspired to make content about her kind of died out. Like not for any particular reason, but it just like I moved on to other things, and then but I'll always miss it. Like um favorite Gaga album. This is hard because they're so different. Like they're all so different, and like it totally depends on my mood. Maybe art pop. I know everyone, not everyone, but some people hate that album, but I liked it. I thought it was fun. The Fame is very iconic and classic. Um Born This Way, very good album. Probably one of her best. I don't know if it's necessarily my number one favorite, It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. I don't know. It just is. Um Art pop iconic. I know that's right. Oh, I pronounced your name correctly. Yay. I know I already said this, but thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate every one of you. Oh, Rihanna has visuals for her new album, but no actual album. What's up with that? Adding a new single from each of Taylor's albums. Oh, that's hard. I would need like 3 to 5 business days to think of an answer to that. Um I'm so curious like what the Tortured Poets singles will be. It's so fun that we don't know what they're going to be. But then as soon as the album's out, I guarantee the next morning she'll be like, music video tonight for Fresh Out the Slammer or something. Quote me if it happens. I called it here. Um I don't know. I'd need like some time to reflect on the singles. Amy Winehouse, Magdalena Bay. I've not heard either of them. Yeah, I feel like sometimes artists, like the artists that take the longest to release albums, I feel like it is more worth the wait. Like Melanie Martinez. Halsey, artists like that kind of SZA, that take time to really make it good, and then like when it comes out it's worth the wait, versus like, oh, I release an album every 5 seconds. But then again, I love Lana and Taylor, and they both release albums like it's nothing. So yeah, I don't know, but I really do think there's something to be said for artists that kind of wait and like, but you're never gonna please everyone, and that's the thing. Like, plenty of people didn't like SOS. Plenty of people didn't like. Oh, SZA, yeah, SZA is another artist I would not know other than my channel. Shout out, because she's so good. I would like to see her live. I think she was one of the ones that was at Coachella or some festival that I wanted to see. Yeah, hi Michael. Yeah, so I discussed it earlier, but it's fine, you weren't here. But it didn't work out for a video. He's talking about Older by Lizzie McAlpine. It didn't work out for a video. I do really like the song Elevator. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's crazy how like the production feels like you're going up an elevator. And then I really like Older, the title track. I wasn't really able to get into the rest of the album. It was just very like sonically, less production heavy, and I'm a production girly. I feel like there's production girlies and there's lyric girlies, and I'm always a production person. So that's why I couldn't really vibe. It's possible over time, like one day it will click for me, because sometimes with like very stripped back songs, it just takes me a minute and then like it clicks and I'm obsessed. So it's definitely possible. I think she's a very talented songwriter. SZA, SOS tour. Ooh, I'm jealous. Would I do Pink? I'm not a big Pink fan, to be honest. Again, no hate, no shade. She is so iconic for doing backflips and singing at the same time. Like, unreal. I just haven't really like gotten into her music very much. It's never been like my thing. Vocals girly. Yeah, vocals girlies too, which I also am. So sonics, production, vocals. Yeah, because the vocals can be the production. The vocals can be such an atmospheric thing. Like Cowboy Carter is a great example. Just like vocals all over that album. And it just makes it so atmospheric. Would I ever react to a Nicki Minaj album? I would be open to it. I'm not a huge like rap listener, so like I tried to listen to her Pink Friday too, and like I just didn't vibe because I'm not a rap girly. That's basically it. No shade, no hate. Like her old music, I absolutely loved. Like Super Bass and songs like that. Like I still have every word to Super Bass memorized. And I will not be performing it, but I could. Such an iconic song. I don't produce music. I've tried to write songs, but it doesn't really work out. I don't know how songwriters do it, because like you have to think of a melody, you have to think of the production, you have to think of the lyrics, and they all have to work together. It's actually insane when you think about like how complex it is to write a song and then it to actually be good. Every single song I've written, I've only written like parts of songs, but every single time I hate it so much. Like, it's just terrible. So I play guitar and sing. That's about all I do. Hello, Success Lezego. Yeah, my cat. That's Dewey. I have not listened to Slater. I don't think it would really be my thing. I know it's kind of like that hyper pop type of thing. Butterfly by Mariah. I mean, I might try again to do Butterfly or the other album, because like literally I got through like one song and I just wasn't feeling it, and like I wanted to do something where I would immediately like get into it. So I'm not opposed to like going back and trying now that I've listened to The Emancipation of Mimi. because sometimes like it takes that one album that kind of gets you into the artist's sound, and then you're able to like go over to the other ones and like you connect more because you're just like in it. Um yeah, people were like, "How did you not like Butterfly?" I'm like, "I only listened to one song. It was a like I've heard the song one time. Give me a break." Like I'm not going to like everything the first time I hear it, but have I returned to Britney Jean? Not really. Like I think there were a couple songs that I went back to, but I don't really feel the pull. Like I don't think they're all terrible songs or anything. I don't really feel the pull. Nikki, oh my gosh, Nikki, no. The song, what's it called? High School in Jakarta by Nikki is such a bop, and I need everyone to go listen to that song because it's so lyrically dense and like it's so fun to sing along to, and it's just such a fun song. I think everyone should listen to it. Will I be streaming Taylor's new album? You know it. Like probably even if I hate it, I'll be streaming it because let's be honest. Well, if I hate it, I might not, but geez, like I'm scared. What if I just hate it? I'm so scared. uh my sales are set by Aurora. No, I haven't heard that. Oh, Ocean Boulevard vinyl. That would be pretty. See, I wish I just had like a budget for vinyls. Like I could just spend unlimited money on vinyls. But then like I would run out of space on my wall. Do I like other genres like country? It definitely depends. Like I like certain country pop hybrid songs. I don't usually like honky tonk country like down in the south with my boots in the dirt. But I do like some of Dan and Shay's songs, some of Alana Henderson, is that her name? Some kind of like pop country songs, like old country Taylor, I can definitely get down with. Um, but I don't listen to like Blake Shelton really or people like that. But I'm not opposed to it. It can be fun for sure, especially in like summertime. It can be a vibe. Um, the one I would say the only like genre of music I will not listen to is like metal. Like metal, death metal couldn't be me. No hate to the metalheads, you do you, but that will never be me. That is the one genre that I will not touch. Like I can do R&B, I can do some rap here and there even, but I can't do metal. Um but uh, yeah, I'm working on my reaction to American Life AC charts. I'm editing it, so it's coming sometime in the next week or so, or the next 2 weeks maybe. Um, Willow, yeah, Willow Smith. I really liked her album, How I Feel Right Now or something. I loved that album so much. One of my favorite albums that year. I haven't really listened too much to her newer music. I've heard a couple songs here and there. I didn't really vibe, and so like the momentum to like follow her wasn't really there. But um, she seems talented from what I've heard. And then Kali Uchis. I'm sorry, I probably totally messed that up. Another artist I've kind of tried to listen to. I didn't really connect to the sound. I tried to listen to Red Moon and Venus. It just wasn't really my thing, but I wanted to like it. I was sad. um, Dolly Parton. Yeah, it's like she's someone I love as a person. I haven't really listened to a lot of her music. At least I haven't like tried to like go out of my way to listen to it. I'm sure I've heard her songs like Jolene, obviously, other songs. I'm sure I've heard them in the course of my life. I just haven't like ever been like, I'm going to go listen to Dolly Parton. But she's an icon. She's a wholesome little human. Casey Musgraves. She's not that. I mean, yes, she's country. Is she country? I actually have no idea. I don't know. I like her song Butterfly. I didn't really connect to a lot of her albums, so I don't know if Deeper Well would be my thing, but I would like to check it out. I just don't have time right now. Beyonce metal album. Let's try to process what that would sound like. Charlie and Troye Sivan. Ooh, don't they have a song already called 1999? That was a really fun song. Now I have 1999 stuck in my head. Oh yeah, it's called Sweat. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. That'll be fun. When is it coming out though? She doesn't give a date. Rude. No. Oh my gosh. I had a dream the other night that Charlie XCX and I were friends. It was really fun. And then I woke up. Have I thought about reacting to rap albums? I mean, other than like I don't know what rap albums there would be that I would react to. Like I don't know. I don't know. I feel very much like out of my wheelhouse when I listen to rap. I don't feel like I'm gonna have any thoughts that would like be helpful. So that's one reason I haven't really like reacted because it's not like I'm not as familiar with it. So I don't know. I'm not Snoop Dogg. Probably not. Born This Way is metal, yeah. But a metal album produced with pop hook lines. I could say that. Heavy Metal Lover, I mean, I like that song. So never say never, I guess. Like I can't swear off metal, but I'm not about to listen to someone like screaming in my ears. Just girly things. Kehlani. I feel like I listened to some of Kehlani's songs off her album of her with the hose. And I feel like I really liked it. So I'm not opposed. Yeah, I'm doing American Life by Madonna. It's in the works. So but it might be a minute. I don't know when that'll be posted yet. Katy Perry. I mean, I can't really do her albums because I feel like I've heard a lot of her stuff. I really loved her song California Girls. That was one of those songs that I'll never forget when I learned about its existence because I was on the school bus and someone had their phone, like their old, flip phone or something, playing California Girls by Katy Perry and they were singing it. And I was like, what is that song? It's so fun. And I loved it from that point onward. I looked it up and I downloaded it and I bought it on iTunes for probably $1 and it was iconic. So yeah, I like some of Katie's music. I'm not like a Katie cat or whatever they call it, but I think she's talented. I always liked her on American Idol too. I thought she was really funny. She has a good like presence for that. Wish her nothing but the best. Yeah, I've heard Ava's song My Oh My. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but I'm still very excited for if she's going to release an album. I would definitely be excited. My fear is like, is it just going to be Diamonds and Dance Floors again? Like, I just feel like her sound, there's nothing wrong with having a cohesive sound, obviously, and like having kind of a sound that you stick to. I don't know. I wonder if it's going to be very, very similar to the last album. I hope it's a little bit different. I don't know. 1990. I still have 1999 in my head. Are you a Hannah Montana girly? I mean, yeah. Yeah, I am. I loved Hannah Montana. Watched it a lot when I was younger, obviously. And then, like, it's funny because for a long time I didn't have cable and I thought Hannah Montana was a cartoon because everyone would talk about it. And I just like had it in my mind that it was a cartoon. But then once I got cable, I was like, oh, it's actually a real person. So I started watching it, binged that whole show. And then the rest was history. Now she's older and she's releasing songs with Beyonce. Like, what? What is going on? Yes, a moment of silence for Two Most Wanted. That is such a good song. And I actually can't believe it's real. Hannah Montana album reactions. There are some good songs off the Hannah Montana soundtracks, like the Hannah Montana movie. 2 was fun. I actually rewatched some of Hannah Montana a couple of years ago, and it was still so funny. Like I was crying laughing at some of the things. Um, yeah, like it's aged a little bit, but it was still really funny. Another great show to rewatch is That's So Raven. If you need a show that's going to actually be as good as it was when it was posted, when it was made, watch That's So Raven. That is such a good show. It's so funny. Like it has no reason being so funny to this day. Every time Raven Simone does one of those like costumes, I died. I died laughing. Um Yes, I do need to do more like pop music history albums, throwback albums to get all the references, Michael Jackson, Madonna, ABBA, vibes. I don't know why I said vibes. That made no sense. I meant to say yes, I do need to do that. Michael Jackson, I mean, yeah, I probably do need to do that cuz like I know that I love some songs by him, like the songs that I know, like Billie Jean, Thriller, obviously, classic. Like he's an icon. He's a legend. Um Fun fact though, I was kind of afraid of him when I was a kid because he has that really pale face. And like just I was just a little bit scared of him, okay, when I was younger. The pale face, the nose. But I think I've moved on with my life. Uh, this live randomly popped up on your feed. That's funny. I didn't know that it would be like promoted to the algorithm. So I'm glad you're vibing, Blue Exodus. Did I watch Coachella? Not really. Like sort of. I watched some performances. I wish I had watched live on YouTube when the people that I wanted to see were performing, but it was after the fact that I learned that that was a thing, and so I didn't really get to see it in real time. But I saw Espresso from Sabrina Carpenter live. Someone asked how I feel about it. Love it. It's so addictive. I've listened to it like 72 times. So yeah, that was fun. A little bit of Chapel Roan, a couple of performances here and there. Billy and Lana, good stuff. Yeah, it's like Coachella's something I would like to go to, but I would actually go for the music. Like some people don't go for the music, they just go because it's like a cool Instagram picture or something. And that's valid too, but I would go I would go just for the experience. The experience of going, the experience of seeing artists that I love and just like seeing what it's all about, seeing what people watching at Coachella, can you imagine? That would be very interesting. And the fact that Taylor and Travis were just in the crowd like dancing, that was wild. A reaction to Dangerous Woman? I'm not because I already know that album. I've listened to it a ton. I love it so much. I recently revisited it. It would have been fun to revisit on camera, but it just didn't. I revisited it on my own. Revisited it. Blackpink has the best Coachella performance I have ever seen. I fully agree. That is one of the best performances. I remember just, like, being jaw on the floor, just, like, staring at the screen, like, "What am I watching? Like, this is so good." They would be so fun to see live, and so fun to see at Coachella too. Um, fave Ice Spice song? I don't listen to Ice Spice, so Karma featuring Ice Spice. No. Um, has Levi's jeans grown on me? Oh, I loved Levi's jeans from the moment I heard it. It's done the opposite of grow on me. It's kind of become one of my lesser favorites on the album with more listens. But I still like it. Like I'll still listen to it. It's just not my favorite anymore. It's one of those songs that like I got the most I could out of it on the first listen. And then every listen since is just not going to be as like impactful as that first listen. Brit fan, what's your favorite song on Britney Jean? I don't know if I have a favorite. I haven't really listened to it a lot. Yeah. Dula Peep, yeah, I want to cover the new album, hopefully. Pretty excited. I feel very like intrigued by the album title and the album cover. Radical optimism. I just think that's fun. And there's a shark. Like it's very interesting. So it's made me very curious. And she does make very good albums. Like Future Nostalgia is a very, very solid body of work. Um, as well as her first album. It's I actually tried to like sort of revisit her first album and I just like didn't have anything to say because I'm like, it's pretty perfect. Like it's just solid music. Like there's nothing really to say because it's just so solid. Um so I didn't really have anything to say about it, but my throat's getting sore, so I'll probably maybe give it 15 more minutes here. So just because like I've been talking a lot. Madam X, it will be. Oh, wait, why did I say X? Madam X, it will be a Renaissance part 2. That would be fun. Renaissance was so fun to react to. Like I love albums like that that just like are so fun to react to and like um Tuvlo. I don't know that I'll be doing more Tuvlo just because I don't know. I did like the album that she put out when it first came out, Dirt Femme. I don't know. Like it's one of those albums I kind of haven't gone back to as much and I haven't really felt the pull to return to. So yeah, I don't know that I'll be uh doing more from her. But she's very talented. Do I feel more connected to you guys? Yeah, I love talking to you guys on these cuz yeah, cuz it's like I post a lot of videos and then like I try to like interact with the comments, but sorry. Um I try to interact with the comments, but this feels a little bit more interactive and like makes it more real. Like, wow, you guys watch my videos and like here are all your thoughts on people and it's really cool. Pink Pantheress. Yeah, I tried to react to her album, the most recent one. I can't remember what it's called, but it was like I could objectively appreciate it. Like it was really pretty. It just wasn't really like my sound that I was in the mood for in that moment. So nothing wrong with it. It just wasn't like my vibe at that time. Do I plan to cover Sia's new album TBD? I would definitely be interested because I would like to listen to it. Reasonable Woman. I think that's a super interesting title. Like very curious. I think Sia is very talented. I like a lot of her music. So I would be down. It just depends on if I have time or not. Am I a big Avril Lavigne fan? I would say she's an icon. Like she just is. I would say I'm a huge fan of like a couple of her albums. I don't know that I would say I'm like the Avril stan of all time, you know what I mean? But like I understand how iconic she is and I really love a few of her albums. Like they're so so good. Under My Skin, Let Go, Love Sucks, all really really good bodies of work. Um to say I'm a fan of someone, I feel like I have to like love all their albums. I know that's not true because like you can like an artist and then dislike one of their albums or just not vibe as much with certain projects. So I don't know. It's not that I'm not a fan. I'm just like I'm not like, "Oh my gosh, like Avril Lavigne like is my life." You know what I mean? But I still like her a lot. Like if she were to release an album, I would definitely listen to it. So, fave song by Gracie. Um that's hard. I really love basically all of Gracie's music. I remember I really loved Camden. Right Now is beautiful. Um I really like the singles from the new album too, like da 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 da. Yeah, yeah. What song is that? Oh, How It Works or whatever. I'm sorry, my brain is like, um. Oh, thank you for getting me through the pandemic. I watched your videos every day through quarantine. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you've been watching me that long. Like I can't believe I've had a YouTube channel that long. Thank you for watching. I'm glad that I was able to get you through that. That was not a fun time. I want to do more Beyonce music videos. I'm sorry. It's not like I do want to do them. I just it's been so hard to like keep up with everything, you know? Like it's just so hard to especially when I have ADD and I don't stick to one artist for like for a while. Like I tend to just jump around and like do different artists at different points. How would I rank Ariana's albums? Eternal Sunshine slash Thank You Next, then Dangerous Woman, then I to be honest, I haven't heard My Everything and Yours Truly in so long. I don't think I could like rank them. And then I would put Positions and Sweetener at the bottom, but I haven't heard Sweetener more than once, so take that with a grain of salt. I know a lot of people love Positions. I still don't love it, so I can't put it as high as the others, but that's just my opinion. Do I plan on covering bigger artists or would I be open to underground artists? It depends. Like I want to make sure that people are interested in my video. Like people are interested in the artist that I'm covering. So I'm not just like posting a video and literally no one is watching it or cares. But at the same time, I don't want to like only do big artists who are going to get views. Like it's not about that. It's mainly just like I want to do things that you guys are interested in. So like if there's a smaller artist that I see multiple comments for, I definitely will probably check them out. Or like I did Biba Doobie. It feels so weird saying that name just because it feels like it's coming out wrong, but I know I'm pronouncing it correctly. Biba Doobie, that was a smaller artist that I covered recently. And so I'm not opposed at all to doing smaller artists. It's just like I want to make sure that like someone is gonna watch it, you know, like not that views matter that much, but like you know what I mean. Like I just want people to be interested in the content I'm creating. Um, so yeah, I love kind of mixing it up, like doing a Beyonce reaction and then doing Gracie Abrams and then doing Taylor Swift and then doing like I don't know, a smaller artist. I like doing both. At the end of the day, I mainly try to cover artists that I'm interested in, you know, too. So if there's a smaller artist that I really want to check out, like Chapel Roan, she's not a huge artist, but she's kind of up and coming. Like she's gonna be huge. She's gonna take over the world. She's someone that I've enjoyed covering, like when I reacted to Good Luck Babe, I'm like, I don't know if anyone knows this song. I don't know if anyone cares about my reaction, but I wanted to cover it because it was a song that I was excited about and I knew it was going to be fun and I knew it was going to be good. So I did it, even though I was like, I don't know how this video is going to do, you know? And it's at the end of the day, it's about that. It's about passion more than anything else. Aw, thank you, Elijah. Do live streams more. Yeah, I would definitely be interested. Like, I literally was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be on this live stream for more than like 15 minutes. Like, I don't know. I'll just see what the vibe is. Like, maybe I'll be tired or something. And I've been on here for almost 3 hours. So I definitely want to do them more. Oh, thank you, Rob. Here from first video. That's really nice. How? Like, um, um check them out. Um Yes, Chapel's album, I do think it's one of the best from last year. Like, I just don't know how it's that good. Like the upbeat songs. For me, mainly like the upbeat songs. Like I haven't gone back as much to like the slower ones like Kaleidoscope. Like definitely beautiful songs. I just haven't really like returned to them as much. But like My Kink is Karma. Um Red Wine Supernova. I will never skip that song ever. It is so like I don't know what she put in it. Those are like songs. Like those are the songs that you remember and you replay. There's a lot of songs that are just like maybe they're the song in the moment or like I'm not making sense. Like some songs, you know, it's like that's a good song and you kind of listen to it a little bit and you move on. I feel like Chapel's music, it's so good. Like I'm not explaining this well, but it's like it's so good and I feel like it just gets better. Ugh. Um oh, my favorite music documentary. That's a good question. I really loved Billy's documentary. I really liked Taylor's. I did like Gaga's, but I feel like I learned through reacting to Gaga's documentary that I don't think I want to ever like react to documentaries because I don't know. It's just not the type of content that I feel super inspired to make. Like, but I really liked the documentary. And that's I haven't seen like a ton of other ones. I did watch Selena Gomez. I liked that documentary. I thought it was um very like humanizing, I guess, to I mean, documentaries in general are always very humanizing. I guess if I had to pick one, maybe Billie Eilish, because I do remember really loving that documentary. Like, I couldn't tell you a thing about it, but I remember being like, yes, I love this. So, Taylor's documentary, I've watched a couple times as well. Um, I wanted to watch Ed Sheeran's, but I never got around to it. There's a lot of documentaries that I want to watch, and then I just don't get around to it, like Olivia Rodrigo. It's so hard to keep up with all the artists, you know? And that's what's hard. Like, there's not a lot of artists that I feel like I'm keeping up with everything because it's just so hard. Like, Taylor Swift is one artist that anything she puts out, like a live performance, anything, but she also doesn't put a lot out. So, like, it's not as overwhelming because, like, if she were to put out a live performance, we would all be all over it. Whereas there's some artists that, like, every day they're on a different live show. And I don't know if that makes sense, but like, it's just so hard to keep up with everyone these days. Oh, Ed Sheeran's was worth the watch. Okay, good to know. Maybe I will get around to it at some point. What color will Olivia's next album be? I don't know. I feel like she's doing the purple a lot, but like, is she gonna keep that up forever? I don't know. Yeah, I noticed that Chapel has gone from 3 million listeners to like 5.5 million. She's gonna be big. Like she just is. And I'm not the first to say that, but like it's she's coming. Like she's coming for us all. But yeah, she was an artist that definitely like took a minute for me to like click with because it was just different. I feel like anytime you listen to really great music, it can kind of take a minute to like process it, to be honest. Like some of the great albums that I love now, I at first I was like, "What? Like what is this? This is so different." And then like it took me a minute, but I clicked. And that's what happened to her. And like that's what's stressful about doing reactions. Like some people were coming for me like, "How could you know, how could you not like Chapel?" And it's like it's not that I don't like her. It's just that in that moment, that's how I reacted to it. And I can't undo how I initially reacted because that would be fake. So anyway, sorry, that was like a little tangent, but none of your problem, honestly. It's none of, don't worry about it. Oh, artists you loved before they were famous. That's a great question. I think Billie Eilish, like, not to be like, oh, I liked Billie before she was famous, but I kind of did because my friend knew Billie's music and I was like, who the heck is Billie Eilish? I've never heard of her in my life. My friend played the song Party Favor in her car while we drove, and that's when I fell in love with Billie's music. So it's not to say she was like a nobody when I discovered her, but I discovered her before she got to the mainstream, I think, like before she became who she is now. And then a song that I liked before it got really big was All Too Well. Like, again, not trying to be that person that's like, I liked it before it was famous, but I did. I love that song from the minute it was released. And it took some people so long to like get on the hype train. And I was over here like, I've always known it was her best song. Like, you guys are so late. So that's my claim to fame. I'm still doing American Life. Yeah, Renaissance. Yeah, Renaissance was that experience too. Like the first time you listen, you're like, for me, it was like, what the heck is this? Like, what's going on? I don't know if I love it or hate it or what. But now I love it. So like, yeah, that's what can be hard about doing reactions. Like you can't undo how you first reacted to it. And some people are going to click on your video and be annoyed and be like, why didn't you like this? And at the end of the day, it is what it is. Like, you're not going to please everyone, but sorry. I feel like I'm ranting a lot about that. Greetings from Mexico. Hello. I really enjoy your reactions. Thank you. They're very real and honest. Thank you. You get me. I love you for that because some people get mad at my honesty. So if you appreciate my honesty, I really, truly do appreciate you because I decided a while ago I was going to be honest in my I was going to be honest, even if it sometimes makes people mad. So I appreciate you appreciating that. Hi, Mohab. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. I'll do like a couple more questions. Maybe 3 because, hey, Gigi Love Cookie. Oh, Peru, all these places. The celebrities don't even know you. Yeah, and that's the thing. And you can like an artist and dislike something that they did or said or an album that they released. And I feel like we are in this culture that's like you have to be obsessed with every single thing an artist does, or else you are like not a fan or something. It's so weird. Like the culture around celebrities has become something so weird and toxic at times. And I feel so much pressure to like every single album, especially if it's an artist that I like. Especially having a channel now. It's like, of course I want to like everything, but I'm not going to at the end of the day. And I'm trying to get more comfortable with that because like it can just feel like if you don't like something, I don't know, there's just so much pressure. But anyway, yeah, I know there were other reactors that didn't like Renaissance and then they kind of came around, but yeah, hope there's music for next year. Do I like Adele? I love Adele's personality. I think Adele's a great artist. Her sound isn't really my thing, but like I fully respect that woman. Like she is crushing it. She is an incredible vocalist. And that's that. Like she's so funny. I actually think she should be a comedian and it would be an even better career decision. Cause like she's like a stand-up comedian. If you watch like her live performances, she's cracking jokes and it's amazing. Yes, exactly. It's important to have opinions and like it would be so boring like if everyone liked everything, Like that's just not exciting. I find like honest reactor is super refreshing. So I try to bring that energy as well because yeah. Um, all right, one more question. Give me a good one because my throat is hurting. I also need to eat dinner. Um, Stan culture is delusional, pretty much. Um, I need a good one, like a good general question. I don't know. Uh, Thank you, Ayla. Uh, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I know. I I was trying to break down. So I'll end it by talking about this quote from Taylor Swift that she posted. And so I enter into evidence my tarnished coat of arms, my muses acquired like bruises, my talismans and charms, the tick, tick, tick of love bombs, my veins of pitch black ink. All's fair in love and poetry. Sincerely, the chairman of the Tortured Poets Department. I was trying to break this down the other day. Like, I was like, should I make a video? Like, I feel like this quote in and of itself has so much in it. First of all, I love the image of entering into evidence like your heartbreak, like bringing it and being like, this is my evidence. This is why I'm like feeling the way that I am. My tarnished coat of arms, I had to Google to know like exactly what that was. I still didn't get a clear answer, but like I know what a coat of arms is, but I don't know how to like define it, you know what I mean? My muses acquired like bruises. So she has been so pained, like her muses acquired like bruises. So like she's acquired bruises because she's been hurt so many times in relationships. And then she's also acquired muses. So in a moment of darkness or sadness over the loss of a relationship, I'm imagining she gets a new muse. So like she goes and reads poetry and that poet becomes her muse, or she goes and listens to music and that person becomes her muse. A muse I think of as someone who inspires you to like make art. So she's a muse. Or she gets muses and then she becomes a muse for other people as well. When she releases her music and we all listen to it, she becomes our muse to get through a hard situation. It's deep, I'm telling you. My talismans and charms, I googled talismans. I couldn't tell you what, because I don't remember what it is, but charms, like, I don't know. The tick, tick, tick of love bombs, like just love bombs going off all over. Um, the tick, tick, tick. Like, why are there three ticks? Why did she separate them like that in the post? My veins of pitch black ink, because this woman writes. She writes. That's how she expresses her pain. That's how she gets through painful situations, has always been writing music, writing beautiful lyrics and turning them into melodies. And anyway, so I love that. Like it's literally her blood. Her blood is not blood, it's ink, because she's written so much and she will just continue to write. Like that is how she expresses herself. All's fair in love and poetry. And the way that I take that is like anything's fair game. Like I can talk about anything I want in my music because it's poetry and I'm allowed to talk about it. You know, I'm allowed to kind of use my music as a diary entry, which sometimes she gets hate for, but like she knows that it's art and she's allowed to talk about it because anything's fair in her art. You know, she doesn't go on camera to an interview and talk about her love life anymore, at least. But in her music, anything's fair game. She's allowed to talk about it all. So I don't know. I was just like overanalyzing that the other day. And like, if that was a lot to process, I can only imagine the album's going to be a lot to process. So excited for that. But yeah, thank you guys. Follow me on Instagram if you want. It's Beth. It's at Beth Therese Vibes. I do sometimes answer my DMs depending, so feel free if you want. I mean, like, if you wanna like and subscribe if you haven't, and thank you just for being here. I'll do this again. All right, I have to go because I wish I could answer more questions, but hopefully I'll do a live soon. But love you guys. Okay, bye.